no more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what? Yo! No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what media. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria what? Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944.
Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame.
Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame.
Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Nigeria watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing. And we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Nigeria watch you.
There is one question I know everyone must have asked at one point or the other. And the question is, what is really wrong with Nigeria? What is really wrong with Nigeria? You know, I've been studying the whole scenario that has culminated into this conundrum that we found ourselves today. And I'm seeing what is it exactly that has led to where we are. And if we've discovered the reason, is there a solution? Can we really work together as a country? Or is Nigeria a curse that needs to be, delivered away from us? Now, these are my own small perspectives and I want to share with the world, right? Okay. First and foremost, the very first problem with Nigeria is the narratives that the colonial masters left with us. For instance, what we refer to today as Northern Nigeria is not supposed to be Northern Nigeria. And what you refer to today as Southern Nigeria is not supposed to be Southern Nigeria. That the Southern Nigeria we refer to today was a protectorate, was an administrative boundary of the colonial master. So is the North. The one you refer to today, it was an administrative boundary. So when these two protectorates was amalgamated in 1914, it was wrong to start referring to the Northern Protectorate as northern part of Nigeria and the Southern Protectorate as southern part of Nigeria. That was where our problem our problem started, because what we now refer to as Northern Nigeria, the people at the far north believe they own all this part from the top to the bottom. That's Benue, Kogi, and all of that, with the string of religion of Islam that was used to knot them. So they believe they own them. And when they now see the size of the Southern Protectorate, which now they refer to as Southern Nigeria, they believe that because of land mass, they are entitled more to the country called Nigeria than Southerners, because after all, the land that South is bringing is just that small place. So we own the bigger land. So we should be more Nigerian than the South. And till this day, psychologically, most Northerners have this twisted mentality. Because if you buy a bottle of Coke, and the Coke is like maybe a 3/4 full, and then you buy a bottle of Fanta, and then it's maybe a quarter full, and then you turn everything into a new bottle to have another bottle entirely. You cannot call the new bottle Coke, neither can you call it Fanta. You have a new mix, and you cannot say because Coke, you have more Coke in the bottle and less Fanta in the bottle, and therefore the new mix we now have should be more Coke than Fanta. It's a new mix completely and have a different name. So that is the first problem that I've identified in Nigeria. The second problem is other narratives that have evolved based on this psychological deception that most, I wouldn't even say Northerners have. It is even, while the Northerners have this psychological depth that transcends Nigeria from the north to the south, the South, on the other hand, have this psychological inferiority, a complex inferiority or inferiority complex, that even they themselves try to, shrink themselves down to the ocean, making themselves look more miniaturized than what they should actually be. Like I said, because of this psychology, it has led to a lot of misnarrative. For instance, the Northerners believe that they have more population than the South. And even the Southerners believe themselves. I've stayed in the North for getting close to 60 years. And this narrative is one of the false narratives that every Northerners have tried to push and force down the Southern to that. Look, hey, we are more than you. And because of that, you should feel inferior or less important politically and every sphere of Nigerian life. You should feel less important to us. That's not true. Yeah, Kano may be big as it claims to be. But if you apart from the capital, once you travel out of the capital, the next place you see are just huts and villages. You cannot claim a state like Delta State where you have about 6 to 7 metropolises. Agbo is a metropolis. Sapele is a metropolis. Warri is a metropolis. Ugele is a metropolis. Asaba is a metropolis. A whole lot of places are metropolis. You cannot claim a place that has developed so much that you now have. Do you know what is called a metropolis? A metropolis is a place. Is a place that constitute different people with so much activity that has become so big that you now have flyovers, taxis, different markets, people. I did my HS in Ugele sometime in 1987, right? When I went back 87 to 87, that's about 30 years later, when I went to Ugele, there was no space. I couldn't find space. That's Ugele local government alone. A place that you just, in less than 10 minutes, in less than 3 minutes, you've driven away from Ugele. Now, to even get to Ugele from Warri, it's because of the hustling and bustling of activity. So, that idea that the North have more population than the South is really, it's a very, very wrong narrative. But hey, who am I? Even the South believe that the North have more population than them. But then again, where is north, where is south? For me, anything that cuts from Abuja upward is supposed to be northern Nigeria. And anything from Abuja downward is supposed to be southern Nigeria. But then again, what do I know? Even those that have been shortchanged in this geographical description have accepted it. Even you, the southerner, if you are traveling away from Delta to north, you say, if you get to Benin, where are you? I see the south. If you reach Auchi, where you there, I see the south. When you reach Okene, hey, we don't enter north. Whereas where you are still in the southern part of Nigeria. Geographically speaking, you are still in the southern part of Nigeria. Now, until we correct this narrative, we will keep having this issue. Because our problem stems from these political narratives that have long favored the north, that have further fanned their political arrogance, leaving us with the political short end of the stick. We must correct it. We must correct it. There are other things I want to say, but I don't want to bring issues that will cause controversy, such as people saying that there are more Muslims in Nigeria than Christians. That's also a lie. That the north has more food than the south. That's also a lie. Actually, the food aspect, that the north feeds the south with food because Benue State is not in the northern part of Nigeria, for starters. How can you, a state that has no cultural bearing whatsoever, climatical bearing, geographical bearing, and then you say it's not because some people decide to write an expression that says, hey, Benue is northern part of Nigeria. Benue is not in northern part of Nigeria. For me, geographically speaking, they are in the southern part of Nigeria. If you say you are supplying cow, which has now become a menace to the living life of southerners, fine. But to say food, cassava, rice, plantain, palm oil, crayfish, fish, many things that we have as food, all the soup, we have about 100 recipe of soup, and they're all southern soup with southern recipe, with southern ingredients. Nothing from we don't use the dawa and karkashi to cook our soup. And you say you feed us. How now? How? So these narratives that have suggested that the North should be politically arrogant or feel politically superior, it is the narrative that we need to change. I don't want to make this video too long and too boring. Otherwise, there are more things that I will suspect, but these are just a few. With these few points of mine, I hope I have succeeded in convincing you and not confusing you. Please follow this page and share this post now. Urobo, Misia Gwario.
It's a disagreement I've always had with Christians, that this world is not meant for us. It is not true. The world is meant for us. When God was creating the earth and the heavens, He created heaven and earth and put us here. He didn't want us not to enjoy our life or live well on earth. He wanted us to live here because He created everything we need. But for some reason, our Christian brothers and religious people always say, oh, go to heaven, go to heaven. No. God Himself, as I have said, doesn't live in heaven. And I will explain why before you get upset with me. When God was creating heaven and earth, He was staying somewhere. That was where He came to create heaven and earth from. But when He created the earth, He said, this is the most beautiful thing I have done. That is why He created us, created plants, He created animals. And we're not the only people on earth. There are so many creations on earth, some of them you have never seen or heard from. The reason I'm saying that is that, please, don't let anybody drive you out of this world with the lie that you are going to another place. Live the best you can here on earth. Don't let the government deprive you of life on earth. Because as you know, people in government don't like to die. Even the pastors who tell you that there is heaven, pastors don't like to die. Imams don't like to die. They want to enjoy this earth to the fullest. And I want all of you to enjoy this world to the fullest. Reach the age that you deserve. Don't let anybody send you into what they call Orun Apapandodo. ẹ gbé ìgbésí ayé yín bí Ọlọ́run ṣe fẹ́ kí inú yín bá lè dùn àti ti àwọn ọmọ yín torí ìdí tí mo ṣe ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé mo ti dá sí Yorùbá ń sìn o ìjọba wọ́n máa ń lo ẹ̀sìn láti máa pa irọ́ fún wa pé ọ̀run wà níbì kan ayé tí a wà yìí ìta bá máa kúrò nú ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe ara tí a fi wà nú ayé la máa fi lọ sọ́run eléyìí wọ́n láti kọ́kọ́ parẹ́ pátápátá á di iyẹ̀pẹ̀ mi wàá mọ ohun tó fẹ́ lọ sọ́run ẹ má bí mi nìyẹn mi ò kì í ṣe pásítọ̀ àmọ́ ìgbé ayé tí ẹ wà yìí ẹ gbé kéjẹ́ ìtẹ́lọ́rùn fún yín ẹ má jẹ́ kí àwọn ọ̀jẹ̀lú kan fi ebi kan fi lé yín kúrò láyé wọ́n fi àrùn kan fi lé yín kúrò láyé àìríjẹ àìrímu àìríná àìrílò ẹ má jẹ́ kan fi lé yín kúrò láyé ìdí ẹ̀ ni àwa ṣe ń ṣe iṣẹ́ òṣèlú tí ó ṣe yàtọ̀ sí iṣẹ́ ọ̀jẹ̀lú tí àwọn politician tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe ní ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ń sọ yìí mo ń sọ nítorí a lè má ní ààyè ní ìgbà mìíràn láti ríra wa. For those of you who don't speak Yoruba, we may not have another time to see ourselves, but live your life to the fullest. Don't let the Nigerian government drive you to a heaven that is hell. And I have said it, and I'll say it for the last time. God cannot send Nigerians to hell. We are already living in hell. It will be double tragedy to live in hell in Nigeria and to go to another hell. And I know God is kind. He will never do that. Good evening.
I think that is enough sermon already.
Our popular APC pastor has once again tell the whole Nigerians that we should keep praying, we should pray so that the situation of the country can calm down, you know, we can face good life. Mr. Adeboye, what happened to all the prayer that you have been praying all your life? You are old now, at least you start this your church, what you don't do now. You have spent over 20 years. All the prayer you have been praying for 20 years, where the prayer day? After all, you are closer to God. You don't drink tea with God. You have done so many things with God. So why your own prayer no dey work for this country? Where it still they tell us more pray. You are closer to God. We no near God now. Tell your APC family, tell them to do the country well. Make they do the country so that everybody go feel enjoy a better life. Stop telling us to pray. If you talk, say you no go hear. Me say I no go hear. Anytime I see them online, say they talk, say you tell us, may you pray. I will come for you. If you say you no go hear, me say I no go hear.
Adeboye, ole. Adeboye, ole. Jariyeze, ole. Jariyeze, ole. Oyedepo, ole. Oyedepo, ole. Kumuyi, ole. Kumuyi, ole. Dodo pastor, ole. Dodo pastor, ole. Na dem be thief, oh, na dem be thief. Na dem be thief, oh, na dem be thief. Nigeria pastor, na dem be thief. Na dem be thief, oh, na dem be thief. Na dem be thief, oh, na dem be thief. Nigeria pastor, na dem be thief. Adeboye, na you 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 be thief. Oyedepo, na you be thief. Oyedepo, na you be thief. Nigeria pastor, na dem be thief. Adeboye.
Tell your papa, she, tell your papa country hard. Tell your papa, she, tell your papa people they die. Tell your papa, she, this one don't pass jaga jaga, 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 yama, yama, wuru, ojoro, mago, mago, where the mago dance, where the wuru dance, where the mago dance.
Tinubu, ebi ń pa mẹ̀kúnnù. Ṣèyí, ebi ń pa mẹ̀kúnnù.
swear your papa no try. Too much empty promises. Bala blue grammar, Bola blue wahala. On behalf of Nigerians, take our message to him. Kidnappers, they kill Nigerians. Sheyi try travel by road without your security. Make you feel the pains of fellow Nigerians. You dey fly private jet. Insecurity no be your problem. Nigerians when they travel by road, some of them they face death sentence. Any Oriyo, Odile, Shagamu, Ore, Bini, experience. Make you tell Mr. President, hunger day, you still want make them cooperate. If people they protest, you soldiers suppress them. Removal of subsidy, a bold step they call it. How much your papa don't say since he removed subsidy? Lagos Calabar Coastal Road, 4.9 billion per kilometer, 700 kilometers, run into multiple trillion. When normal road inside town no get any attention. Even they don't do us mago. Judiciary is compromised. State of emergency inside River State. Graduate, Grapam. Definition of this government. Akpabio, Natasha. I go soon shoot in a movie. Wait for it, it's coming. Tell your papa, Sheyi. Tell your papa, country hard. Tell your papa, Sheyi. Tell your papa, people they die. Tell your papa, Sheyi. This one don't pass jaga jaga, 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 yama, yama, wuru, ojoro, mago, mago. Where the mago mago dance? Where the wuru wuru dance? Where the mago mago dance? Sheyi, Alpha, Omo, Emiloko. You say your papa not the best president. Okay, after 2 years, tell me what your papa don't do. Hunger won't kill us. To buy food, na luxury. Pomo, Eja, Iresi, Ewa, Ishu, Gari, Indomie, Spaghetti. People they jump inside lagoon because of economic hardship. Very wicked policy, anti-people's policy. Country hard, people they die. Hunger day, your papa no try. We are not against your father. If your papa do well, we go praise him. If you no do well, we go yarn him. To buy food, na luxury. Electricity, na luxury. Your papa don't increase tariff. Even the light we no see. To on AC, na luxury. Each 1 kilo for the country. To buy data, na luxury. 3 hours, you don't finish. Telecommunication companies unite with the government. Banking industry unite with the government to frustrate Nigerians. This not total wickedness. Your papa no be the best president. To buy clothes wear na luxury. 1 jeans 40k, t-shirt 25k. Ozu go, Ozu come. Body no be firewood. Parent work every day. They still no fee pay school fees. Inflation for the nation. Nigerians no fee function. Shout out to very dark black man. Continue to do what you do best. I hate. Tell your papa, Sheyi. Tell your papa, country hard. Tell your papa, Sheyi. Tell your papa, people they die. Tell your papa, Sheyi. This one don't pass jaga jaga, 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 yama, yama, wuru, ojoro, mago, mago. Where the mago mago dance? Where the wuru wuru dance? Where the mago mago dance? Sheyi, ebi pa mekunu, Tinubu, ebi pa mekunu. Sheyi, Alpha, I swear your papa no try. Too much empty promises. Bala blue grammar, Bola blue wahala. On behalf of Nigerians, take our message to him. Kidnappers, they kill Nigerians. Sheyi, try travel by road without your security. Make you feel the pains of fellow Nigerians. You dey fly private jet. Insecurity no be.
Joined by Chris Nwakobia, who's a lawyer, public affairs analyst, and convener, Country First Movement. for his thoughts on developments within the Labour Party, the state of emergency imposed on Rivers State, and Senator Aline Dume's recent blockbuster interview here on Arise News. Good morning. Good to have you join us, Chris, on the morning show today.
Pleasure is mine. Good morning.
You're in Lagos. Normally we'll be, speaking with you from the Abuja studios.
Yes.
All right.
Well, Lagos has been my base.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's great to have you. It's
So
great
good to have you
in
back.
Lagos.
Thank you.
All right, let's start with the Labour Party. I'm not sure if it will be 100% accurate to say your party. I know that you are an Obedient, and the Labour Party was the vehicle through which Obedient, particularly the candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, prosecuted the last election. But of course, Mr. Obi is still in the party as at today. But we'll see what has been going on within the Labour Party. The Supreme Court pronouncement seems to have put things in proper perspective, removing Julius Abure. We've seen Lamidi Apapa emerge from nowhere, to want to lay claim, to the throne. But we also saw what happened with the governor of Abia State, together with Mr. Peter Obi and his running mate, Babadati Yusuf, during the election, saying that Nenadi Usman would chair the transition committee, to midwife the next phase of Labour Party. Is this good news? And for how long do you think that this will endure, given that people are now preparing, in full throttle for the next elections in 2027?
Steve, let me say that your intro to the topic is absolutely correct. The Supreme Court removed Julius Abure. That's the word. Because what happened was, sometime last year, there was a meeting in Umuahia where certain leaders were nominated to head the Labour Party. And that was how Nenadi Usman and Nwokocha and several other persons were appointed to head the party on interim basis until a national convention is conducted where valid executives would be elected. Now, it was upon that decision that Julius Abure went to court. Now, the Court of First Instance, the High Court gave him judgment, the Court of Appeal gave him judgment, and then the Supreme Court said that his case was not meritorious, and invariably asking him to go, because the leadership of any party is the exclusive preserve of the party. And the party leaders have said, we want a new tendency, we want a new lease of life. And upon that judgment, Julius Abure has gone to town to say that nobody removed him. Lamidi Apapa suddenly resurfaces to say he is the valid leader. But interestingly, don't forget that the highest elected officer, or official, if you like, of a party is Alex Oti. And then don't forget that, as it were, following what happened in 2023, Peter Gregory Obi is assumed the leader of a party. And these leaders met to say, this is the way to go. We must have Nenadi Usman steer the party until the national convention. And I don't think there's any problem to it. It's just about, I've always said that politics is the biggest business in Nigeria. So people, there's this tendency to kill, if you like, fight, if you like, and so much rough, permit my choice of words. And what we must do as a people, and I am a member of the Labour Party. I'm a leading Obedient. I was one of in fact, the big tent office in Abuja was donated by me, So that's how close I am to the party. And I understand that Nenadi Usman and her team are working on a timetable for a national convention, beginning from the local government to the federal government, the federal level, where we'll have a brand new executive for the party, and that's the way to go.
Well, I mean, these are huge conversations, and I'd like to touch on two things, and first just elaborate on how this sort of internal wranglings within the Labour Party will make the Labour Party serve as a credible opposition, having that we have an election coming up barely in 2 years. The Labour Party came third in the election, and was a real force at this point, and now we're seeing this by infighting, how much damage do you think has been done so far to the Labour Party?
So much damage, if you ask me. After that boisterous outing in 2023, where, with all sense of respect, Labour Party did win the election, but you know what happened. And after that outcome, the infighting and the party has done so much damage. So many of our trusted hands and allies walked away because they didn't know why Abure wouldn't let the party survive. And some of us reached out to Abure. For me, as late as last year, I had a meeting with Abure, and I said to him, this is the time for sacrifice. If you truly care about the people, if you truly care about the manifesto of the party, let go and let this party come alive. But Oji, what is very important now going into the politics of 2027 and perhaps Anambra state election, I've said to people who care to listen that what happened in 2013, 2014 is instructive. If you want to take out a strong man, you must be strong enough to remove the strong man. And in 2013, 2014, APC lost, ACN lost life. CPC lost life. Some segment of the PDP and all others joined into forming a merger that became the All Progressive Congress. Now, if you want to take out an Asiwaju who's strong and who's in power, you must advocate a measure of strong tendencies, albeit ideologically. And so, for those who care to understand my sentiments, yes, make Labour Party strong so that in the event of a merger, it has strong place in the merger. Because whether we like it or not, there must be a coalition of strong forces. The PDP, if they are willing, must be ready to lose life. The SDP must be ready to lose life. The Labour Party and several other parties must be ready to say, we want a new Nigeria that works on ideology. And for that reason, we're forming a new party. Perhaps a PPP, Progressive People's Party, perhaps a Nigerian People's Party. But there must be a strong measure of forces and tendencies that will salvage this country from the present malaise.
When you say measure, sorry, Intakachi, I mean, these talks of coalition, there have been big names that have been, bandied around. We've seen the likes of Atiku Abubakar and El Rufai. Are these the sort of individuals that you're saying that have to be in the Labour Party, or I don't really get that point that you're making? I mean, we did see only yesterday, I believe it was Abdullahi Ganduje that went to visit.
Interestingly, Oji,
yes.
If you understand the business of politics and the how it obtains, the quest for power. Power is never served a la carte. So you need all kinds of tendencies. But what is very important is in pushing those tendencies, in pushing for a coalition, in pushing for a merger, you have an ideological foundation. El Rufai has followers. Atiku Abubakar has followers. He has a reason to want the APC out of power. So normally they say your enemy's enemy is your friend, Atiku Abubakar has monumental followers. Your enemy's enemy is your friend. If you want a coalition that can take out the present order, albeit like I've insisted, on ideological foundations, then you must reach out to every tendency and ensure that at some point you dot the I's and cross the T's, and they must be predicated at putting the people first, country first. That's what I think.
But for that to happen successfully, somebody has to stoop to conquer. Is that correct?
Very well.
Which is very unlikely with the names that we have just mentioned. Because who will then have to stoop to conquer? Because at the end of the day, you cannot have more than one president.
My mentor, Martin Luther King Jr., will say that there comes a time when the popular good becomes the summum bonum, becomes a reason for engagement. And when that happens, you appeal to the consciences of people and perhaps see them leave egocentric tendencies and think about the popular good. Now, you take it further. It was Mahatma Mohandas Gandhi who said that there comes a time in history where even the devil listens to the voice of reason. So I think that where we are as a people, look at our politics.
Yeah.
Look at the cost of living. Look at how perfidy and mendacity has become an instrument of state policy. Look at how governance have become too far from due process and rule of law. And you know that there is need for a new tendency, a new republic, and a new shade of in governance. And that's why I think that if we continue to preach, if we continue to talk, if we continue to engage, some of them will definitely stoop to conquer.
Okay, well, let's go back to the crux of the issue, which of course is Labour Party. Now, Labour Party has placed itself, especially from what we saw, you talked about the Big Ten coalition, a moral high ground. That's what we saw in 2023, where everybody looks up to Labour Party to say, this is what democracy should look like. Right. Now, with everything that's happening, what does this situation say about its internal democracy? And that perception that they know exactly what democracy should be, especially if you consider the legitimacy of the leadership position right now. From the Supreme Court technically saying that we do not concern ourselves with internal party affairs, but then based off of the NEC decision of the party, Mr. Papa now says, okay, you know what, I'm going to assume, because he was the deputy, national chairman, which is not crazy. But then, of course, you now see the part where, Alex Oti, Peter Obi coming, and then there's the interim committee placed in. So, as a lawyer, what is going on? Who is the legitimate chairman now? Is it based off of the law? Is it based off of NEC? Or is it based off the party's leadership, which would be then the Alex Otis and the Peter Obis?
You know, the neck of a party consists of even elected officers of the party. And as it were, the highest elected officer of the Labour Party is Alex Oti. Now, members of the House of Representatives and the Senate are with Alex Oti in the call for Nenadu Usman to hold sway until the National Convention. Now, you did raise the issue about the high moral ground. And I think that it's still existing because if you think about a party that has over 11 governors and the HOPLA, the issues of that party is not as stringent, not as tough in the news as that of Labour Party, you understand that Nigerians are expecting more from Labour Party. Yes. So I do sincerely believe that the efforts at ensuring that Nenadu Usman midwives an all-inclusive executive for the party is ongoing. And completely, I'm with that tendency. And so many other members, people from the National Assembly, people from across the nation are with it. And then don't forget also that a court of law had at some point decided that Labour Party belongs, quote unquote, to the NLC and the TUC. And not saying that they must run the party, but they should have representatives in the NEC. And the TUC and the NLC are with the tendency that I'll call the authentic tendency, which is the ones who pretended by Alex Oti, Peter Gregory Obi, and Nenadu Usman. And I think that that's the way to go. We need a party that has conscience, a party that has scruples, a party that has a strong ideological foundation, if we must bet a new dawn and a new deal for our country.
All right, Chris, 2 questions. First will be, when you say that what you'll be looking for is an ideological basis for a coalition or a merger, what precisely does that mean to politicians like your good selves? Maybe like your good self. Maybe not you, but others who, at the drop of a hat, will move from one party to the other without batting an idea. Proclaim as Messiah the same person that they had once said crucify, just last week. So when you're looking for ideological basis for convergence, what does that mean? And then secondly, which probably is more important, is has the opposition lost its voice and value in Nigeria, so much so that it looks to many Nigerians that even opposing voices within the APC appear stronger, like Senator Ndume, who is reeling out figures to say that, I'm not just criticizing, I'm saying that almost 15 trillion, if you convert it in dollars,
it's gone in the winds,
on frivolities. Right. The issue of River State is still there. We now have a sole administrator who's now appointing sole administrators as local government chair and things like that. But we can't seem to have voices that are defining from the opposition. So when you say ideological basis, people are just looking for power. They're not looking to change the country, in my opinion.
Let me say this very clearly, Steve, that your question is pungent, very strong. But there comes a time in the life of a nation and the history of a people where things must be done differently. And the need for a coalition, the need for a measure is not predicated on some of these big names. You know, there are people we're talking with, my brother, Shorez, we're talking with Shorez, we're talking with several tendencies. The reason is because if you continue to attempt to solve a problem the same way it created, a wise man said it's insanity. And we're not looking at that same normative. We're looking at things differently. There is need for an ideological foundation predicated on governance serving the common good, predicated on the rule of law, predicated on service to the masses of our people. And that's what democracy means. Now, do we need an article? Do we need an RFI? Do we need those who are conventional and traditional politicians? At some point, yes, because we need their power bases. Now, what is most important is that those, you know, you find it difficult to group me along with them because you know me. Now, those who have the tendencies, who are ready to give their all for the collective good, must lead the ideological trust of a newfound.
Men do not show love by just marriage, and we don't show love by sex. A man can be having sex with his maid. He's not in love with the maid. We show love by providing, by protecting, by supporting. And that's what your wife does not want another woman to get. She does not want you spending the little naira you make on another woman. She's trying to protect that angle. But we need to make the argument. She wants you to be alive. In order to be alive, we need to avoid prostate. We need to avoid cardiovascular issues. Can she give you 21 times when she's in her 50s? Because it's not fair that how come we're losing men to prostate problem? Then I advocated get a side chick. Let me say that again. Get a side chick. You get a side chick is a contractual agreement. You don't have to disrespect your wife. You don't have to bring the side chick home. If it's contracted, she doesn't even call you. You call her when you need her to make up your 21 times. Polygamy is not for all men. If you know you cannot manage your affairs, if you know you cannot manage two jealous women all both caring for you, then stay in your lane. By the way, in the Western countries now, they're doing what is called polyamorous family. They're doing sister wife. Men do not show love by just marriage, and we don't show love by sex. A man can be having sex with his maid. He's not in love with the maid. We show love by providing, by protecting, by supporting. And that's what your wife does not want another woman to get. She does not want you spending the little naira you make on another woman. She's trying to protect that angle. But we need to make the argument. She wants you to be alive. In order to be alive, we need to avoid prostate. We need to avoid cardiovascular issues. Can she give you 21 times when she's in her 50s? Because it's not fair that how come we're losing men to prostate problem? Then I advocated get a side chick. Let me say that again. Get a side chick. You get a side chick is a contractual agreement. You don't have to disrespect your wife. You don't have to bring the side chick home. If it's contracted, she doesn't even call you. You call her when you need her to make up your 21 times. Polygamy is not for all men. If you know
tell your papa country hard. Tell your papa, she. Tell your papa people they die. Tell your papa, she. This one don't pass jaga jaga, 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 yama, yama, wuru, ojoro, mago, mago. Where the mago mago dance? Where the wuru wuru dance? Where the mago mago dance? Tinubu, ebi ń pa mẹ̀kúnnù. I swear your papa no try. Too much empty promises. Bala blue grammar, Bola blue wahala. On behalf of Nigerians, take our message to him. Kidnappers, they kill Nigerians. Sheyi try travel by road without your security. Make you feel the pains of fellow Nigerians. You dey fly private jet. Insecurity no be your problem. Nigerians when they travel by road, some of them they face death sentence. Any Oriyo, Odile, Shagamu, Ore, Bini, experience. Make you tell Mr. President, hunger day, you still want make them cooperate. If people they protest, you soldiers suppress them. Removal of subsidy, a bold step they call it. How much your papa don't say since he remove subsidy? Lagos Calabar Coastal Road, 4.9 billion per kilometer, 700 kilometers, run into multiple trillion. When normal road inside town no get any attention. Even they my don't do us mago. Judiciary is compromised. State of emergency inside River State. Graduate, grab am. Definition of this government. Akpabio, Natasha. I go soon shoot in a movie. Wait for it, it's coming. Tell your papa, Sheyi. Tell your papa, country hard. Tell your papa, Sheyi. Tell your papa, people they die. Tell your papa, Sheyi. This one don't pass jaga jaga, 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 yama, yama, wuru, ojoro, mago, mago. Where the mago mago dance? Where the wuru wuru dance? Where the mago mago dance? Sheyi, Alpha, Omo, Emiloko. You say your papa not the best president. Okay, after 2 years, tell me what your papa don't do. Hunger, 1 kill us to buy food, na luxury. For more, Eja, Iresi, Ewa, Issue, Gari, Indomie, Spaghetti. People they jump inside lagoon because of economic hardship. Very wicked policy, anti-people's policy. Country hard, people they die. Hunger day, your papa no try. We are not against your father. If your papa do well, we go praise him. If you no do well, we go yarn him. To buy food, na luxury. Electricity, na luxury. Your papa don't increase tariff. Even the lights we no see. To on AC, na luxury. Each 1 kill us for the country. To buy data, na luxury. 3 hours, you don't finish. Telecommunication companies unite with the government. Banking industry unite with the government to frustrate Nigerians. This na total wickedness. Your papa no be the best president. To buy clothes wear na luxury. 1 jeans 40k, t-shirt 25k. Also go, also come. Body no be firewood. Parent work every day. They still no fee pay school fees. Inflation for the nation. Nigerians no fee function.
Shout out to very dark black man. Continue to do what you do best. I hear you.
Now mandated the FBI and the Drugs Enforcement Administration (DEA) to release Bola Tinubu's 1992-1993 files to the public. You would recall that sometime in 2024, the FBI acknowledged that there were information in the archive about Bola Tinubu's and his activity in the US, but they are constrained to releasing such information because it may be doing a lot of damage to his personality and for the fact that he's not a person of interest. But David Udeni, of course, you know David Udeni, the Nigerian investigative journalist, in collaboration with another transparency advocate, Aaron Greenspan, sued the FBI, the DEA, to court in the US, and in a significant judgment, the court has now mandated the FBI to release all files and all information they have about Bola Tinubu. Of course, all of this battle started sometime in 2022 when David Udeni stumbled on information to meaning that Bola Tinubu, in a significant narcotic investigation, did tried to, the word is forfeit. He forfeited to the American agencies because of his involvement in drugs related activities and other crimes. So ever since then, it's been one battle to another. Of course, what is now established beyond all reasonable doubt is that Bola Tinubu did have serious links with narcotics trafficking while in the US, and then forfeited several thousands of naira, even though his vuvuzelas in Nigeria have said that the money wasn't his and it was money's late. A lot of cock and bull stories that are on the airway. Now, someone said, I saw that in the comments, because, okay, I'll read an excerpt. Okay, before I even read, Parallel Fact is reporting all of this, and David has been on his S account releasing quite much happiness that at last, and this, according to him, is a final judgment that is unappealable. Unappealable. The FBI may now, of course, David sees the moment, looking for, okay, let me even say this at this point. One of the reasons, someone said that this is not a big deal. We've heard that so much, but I think it's now established that Bola Tinubu had involvement in narcotics trafficking and drugs trafficking while in the US. It's also very established that he forfeited several thousands of US dollars just to evade going to court or evade being tried. Now, how is this significant? The truth is, I'm quite happy that we have gotten to this logical conclusion. While we wait for FBI files to be released, of course, it will take a while administratively and all of them will be released. The beautiful thing is, in the future of this country, nobody, no human being would ever, no political party, no human being that has serious criminal attachment like this, history of crime, will be up in this country wanting to vie for a serious office as that of president. No political party, because this has brought embarrassment to the country, embarrassment to the there's nothing to be embarrassed about the APC. So no political party will be proud enough to feed anybody of such criminal tendencies and history. And let me tell you why Nigerians should appreciate what David has done. I was reading through, I took my time to follow, because I'm on social media, the US assemblies, the US Congress issue with TikTok, and why during the last administration of Joe Biden, why it was almost, they all agreed that they should ban TikTok for several reasons. Again, significantly because of their links to China, right? In reading, in one of the very notes I read, and one of the points that the US Congress raised, they said that very young people, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, of US nationality are on TikTok. And they are scared that with China being the mother, the mother parent of this company, they may be storing information, data, details of these guys in their archives, looking at all of the challenges, all of their issues, all of their secrets and all of them. That in the future, this set of persons may likely now begin to hold very sensitive positions of authority in the US. The CIA, the FBI, the State Department, the Justice, and even the political offices, the governors and president. That if care is not taken, these China authorities that are keeping this information, that are storing the data, may start to use them to blackmail these people when they get into office, and that may not be good for the national security of America. Now, put that on one side. What that means is that, what it means invariably is that the US also saying that having data of people of interest, whether or not at a time they were important or not, is dangerous to the future of that country. Because with time, those information will be used to blackmailing those persons. And if the US says that they are worried that China will do it against them, it means that the US may have been doing it against other countries. So imagine someone like Bola Tinubu, who has been involved in drugs trafficking all of his years in the US. And now he's sitting down, because all of the dramas that have happened since 2022 to date, they are quite inexplicable. Like David had to sue Bola Tinubu, and had FBI, the Department of Enforcement, Administration, CIA, all of them involved, so that this information can be released, and whatever level of blackmail they are using to hold Nigeria down, whatever things we need to know while we are still where we are, can be released. And that is serious for me. And that is why we will never allow. So it's not something to commonize and say, so wait, maybe they should go for it. No. We will continue to look back at this thing because it has serious national security issues. With all of the things we are seeing in this country, it's shocking. I was reading this morning. Suddenly Boko Haram is back. Suddenly Boko Haram is back. They are now more effective than they used to be. They've been quiet for a while, but suddenly they are back. Banditry is back. Herdsmen, kidnapping is back. Obviously, we've got serious security challenge in this country, and unfortunately, the president is saying nothing. It gives a body language to say, "Do you know what's happening? Are you aware that is this something to be worried about?" And if all of this information are kept and people are trying to manage information, we don't know where these guys are. We don't know the alignment they have entered. We need to be as we see to Sani Abacha, when terrorism passes 24 hours, then the government is involved. With all of the things happening, it means that the authorities need to be questioned. So it's okay not to like all of this. Somebody told me one time that it's embarrassing the country. I said, you can't tell me that. That me highlighting a news on the public is embarrassing the country. But the person that got to involve himself in this crime and now later wanted to become president of this country doesn't know he's embarrassing the country. So you can't be telling me to stop embarrassing the country when the person is there embarrassing the country and still sitting down, flying everywhere. So this is huge for me, and I'm taking this very personal. I've been following up this news and I will continue to follow it. We must hype this information enough that nobody with criminal tendency, with criminal history, that has been involved in crime to this point will wake up one day, because it is an Escobar, as in Pablo Escobar thinking to get into, and then you want to clean up a whole lot of mess because you've done all that. No, we can't continue to do that. And that's why we have all of the mess happening in this country. And we have to, something has to be done. So, in a major legal victory, Nigerian investigative journalist David Udoyin has announced that the U.S. District Court has ruled in favor of releasing all redacted files related to Bola Tinubu's involvement in heroin trafficking during the 1990s. The ruling delivered by the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia compels the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, to hand over all non-exempt documents concerning Tinubu without any reductions. The decision followed the Prolonged Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, battle led by Udoyin and U.S. transparency advocate Aaron Greenspan, who sued federal agencies to obtain files linked to a narcotics investigation involving Tinubu. According to Udoyin, the DEA had argued that certain information was exempt from the release under FOIA, but the court rejected that position, ruling that the requested document must be released in full. Unredacted DEA files on Bola Tinubu's heroin trafficking investigation from the 1990s will be released. Udoyin wrote on X, formerly Twitter, describing the court directive as clear and unambiguous. He added that the ruling is final and removes any further room for argument or appeal from the agency. This decision comes after nearly 2 years after several denials and delays in obtaining the files, despite growing pressure from the Nigerians seeking transparency in Tinubu's past dealings. This judgment represents a significant milestone in the quest for accountability and transparency surrounding Nigerian political leadership. As the documents are expected to be made public soon, analysts predict that their content could carry serious political implications for Tinubu and may further ignite calls for integrity and scrutiny in Nigeria's democratic space. That's just it. At least that gives you the picture of what we are talking about. And like I said, we can't give room for all of this nonsense anymore. Nobody is seeking a saint or a perfect person, but at least there are certain things you get involved. My dad those days used to say, there are things you cannot do. You can't join a secret court and then tomorrow you say you want to become governor, you want to become president. That's how my father trained me. There were things he refused me from doing. He didn't even allow me to get involved in certain things. He said, no, you can't do that, because unfortunately, all of those things my father told me, I grew up to realizing that he was probably not aware. He was not aware that society has moved past that. They are now known criminals. They are ex-convict now brought out from prison and given political appointment. People with murder cases on their neck are being pardoned by governors and given several. One of them in Edo State was given contract by the ex-governor. So all of this rubbish has to stop. Unfortunately, some of us have lived their life, and I can imagine people that have carefully lived their life for years, don't want to get involved in crime, only for them to get to a point of they want to get involved and see that people that are challenging them are people that are criminals, non-criminals. Criminals not just of small debt, international criminal, world crimes, as much as heroin and drugs as it were. It's painful, you know. Again, like I said, vuvuzelaing, this is not enough. I'll continue to blow it even if you think that this is now that cake or not necessary, we'll continue to blow it up until we realize as a society we cannot grow beyond the level of transparency, accountability, and responsibility of the people that vie for political offices. I'll catch you another time. For now. Bye.
It has been signed into law by the President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I believe in this document. That is why I'm so lawful. That is why I'm so confident. And that is why, however extreme it is, I am saying it on national TV. I'm not taking any risks. Swearing in a ticket that has not met the constitutional requirements of the Constitution is ending democracy. And I'm repeating it. Whoever does not meet the constitutional requirement must never be sworn in. If you like, I can say it again. I'm Betty Baba Ahmed. I'm not taking risks with my safety and with my life. But I'm repeating, swear in anybody who does not meet the constitutional requirements of our country. You are engaging in an unconstitutional act. Mr. President, do not hold that inauguration. CJ and your lordship, do not partake in unconstitutionality. I am taking these risks for the sake of my country. Yes, it is extreme and I'm saying it. It was more extreme for Yakubu to issue that certificate. It was reckless. He is putting all our lives in danger. All of us were already at risk. So what is there again in me taking risks again? What have they not done against Nigeria? What have they not abused in Nigeria? Now they'll take the constitution, they are going to swear this man in, and I should be afraid? I will not be. I'm telling you that on the 29th of May 2023, swear in Tinubu as this result is. You have ended democracy, whoever you are.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much for your today. Can somebody just acknowledge my voice right there? Thank you very much, Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thanks for all that you do. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Abo Azi. Thank you very much for all that you do. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone right there. Maka E, I can see in the building. Kevin Lax from Facebook, I can see you as well. Kingsley Ogera here. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Mike Akinbari, Beck Mark. Thank you, Tony Tom. God bless you, all my people. Thank you, Clement. Ojo, thank you very much. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you, Peggy Modi. Thank you very much, man, for joining us today. As usual, Fredo Saigbovo, I can see right there. Olaranwaju, I can see you. Lucy Ono, I can see you as well. Thank you, my wonderful people. Rosie Ayosh in the building today. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you. Then we have a lot of people are already there. Peter Ife, thank you very much for joining us. Emmanuel Shooks, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, my people. Who's right there again? Timmy Dibe, thanks for joining us today. Good evening to you. Arize Chukuma, thank you very much. Good evening to you. Big T, I can see you. Thanks for joining us. Miracle B, thank you. Every one of you right there. I believe I've answered almost everybody. Nell James is with us as well. Mone Ferreira, thank you very much, my people. Appreciate you all. Thank you for your time. Just do your part by pressing on the like button. Help us to share. Friday, Ewando, thank you very much. Good evening to you. Appreciate you. Nena Obona in the building. Princess Angel TV, thanks for joining us today. God bless you. Charity Coco, thank you, my people. I appreciate you all. Mudias Academy in the building as well. Thank you. Who is right there again? Mia Bella, thank you very much, man. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Then we have Prince Aka with us. Thank you for your time. Prince Patricia Nofema, this is I can see right there. Good evening to you. And good evening to every one of you right there. I appreciate you all. But in case I don't mention your name, I want you to understand that it's not intentional. It's just as I see and wish. Just accept that I've acknowledged you and I appreciate your time with us. The last video that I played, I wish I can be playing that video every day to remind you all that when Dati Ahmed left that message that time, some of us looked down on him by thinking, oh, what is this one they talk? How can you lose democracy just because swearing Tinubu in and all that, blah, blah, blah. You see, it's just like the same thing. If I'm talking here, some people just think that what's this one saying and all that. When you don't listen to this kind of thoughts, or rather instruction, or do the right thing, you will regret later. Look at Nigeria now. Muslim ticket is gradually coming to reality. Yes, it's gradually coming. Fulani SBI is taking over Nigeria. Unfortunately, their mission allegedly is to Islamize Nigeria, and it's already happening. Yes, some of you might still be doubting this now in your living room. Say, no, it shall never happen. It shall never happen. It shall never happen. Yes. Now, this shall never happen. It shall never happen. That's what we all were doing. And look where we are today. They are gradually creeping in. They are creeping in. They are coming in majestically. Very soon, and they will dominate everywhere. And you can see our governors are dancing to their tune. Many of them are scared, especially the fear that Tinubu have put on their body now. Removing Fubara just like that, they constituted an elected governor. You removed him just like that. Many other governors are currently scared. None of them can dare speak, or step on Tinubu's toes. And if they cannot step on his toes, they can't speak against his policies, then the only people that will suffer it is the citizens. Do you know any governor that can speak against his policies right now? It's not possible. Not even Alex Oti that we all are praising right now. No. Not even Peter Obi. No. Can't you see if Peter Obi is talking about Tinubu is very, very careful and very, very stylish in his submission? Alex Oti don't even talk to that, go that area. Tell me one governor now that is challenging Tinubu. The only one that was challenging Tinubu and his satanic friend Wike was Fubara, and they removed him. You see, they removed him. So it's terrible right now. It's terrible. These people are creeping in. They are the only people that is allowed to carry weapon now. They are using trailer to transport weapons from one state to another. Look at the video that I posted this afternoon on Nigeria Watch, in case you have not watched it. Fulani S-men wives who were transporting weapons, dangerous weapons and bullets, to their husband. So it's very, very sick. They put it inside gari, inside rice or something like that. I wish you can never notice that things like that are inside that bag. When we are talking here, some of you mock us, you laugh at us. The encouragement that we're supposed to get, we're not getting more of it. Not that we're not being encouraged, but we're not getting more of it. It's only few people and the same people that is acknowledging our effort here. If you check their comments, both on air and off air, for example, now people that doesn't join us every day on this platform, but they always encourage my work outside this platform, by commenting on our pre-recorded videos and all that. I would have mentioned name now, but I don't want some of them to be offended. Because I noticed this platform, when I mention names, others will be saying, oh, what about me? You mentioned the other one, the other did not mention. I understand, yes, is love. Everybody loved me. I understand that. But you people should also understand that I cannot acknowledge every, just I'm mentioning names just now, acknowledging people on the comment section. Some people, maybe if I miss one, I don't have trouble. If I miss only one, I'm in trouble. It's only God that will help me both here and on earth and in heaven. They'll say, that was. Some people verse for me, say they call me for this platform, and they pick their call. Because of that, they verse, they don't join my platform. Again, there's no way somebody will just be calling me and just be looking at your calls there. Either I'm busy or something. You guys should know that me, myself, I'm a human being. You need my attention. The attention, if I give it to everybody that is on Nigeria Watch every day, where will I get the health to come on air the next day? There's some people will invest for me. I call you, don't carry call. You mentioned that one, you don't mention my name. You do this one. I can't remember everything, even though you are very, very important to me. Sometimes I can remember Oga CM. I can remember Mother Love of God is my strength. Mother Busy Brain. I might not remember Mother Rita. But is that enough? For example, Madam Rita should be angry with me. Oh, I remember Madam Rita, I don't remember Madam Nena. Or I don't remember Madam Nena, or Prince Collins. Or, no, you should just understand. See, now where my brain reach, that they are the talk rich. Now where my sense reach, that they are the talk rich. People should please understand with us. All right? And I want to quickly answer somebody, although your comment was removed, you were rude, but we didn't block you. We removed your comment today on the video that I did this morning, the first video that I did concerning the guy, a guy who complained from Banana Island that there's no light, there's no water in me and all that, blah, blah, blah. You know, yes. You left a comment under that particular video, but it has been removed by my admin, and but they screenshotted it, they sent it to me. You know, you said, on quotes, that I said I just got a new house and I don't live in the house. Who are they deceive? You know, in case you don't understand. You said so many other things which I will not align with you. We don't come here to compete with anybody. And the house that I just built, that I showcase here, is not a house that I built to stay. In case you don't know, we started doing things like that since 2005. So go and do your research. All right. We built it for profitable gain, not a house that I want to stay. A house that I want to stay, I'm already on it. Okay. I'm not a tenant. Have that in mind. In fact, I've never rented a house before. Have that in your head. My parents, I grew up knowing that my papa get house, my mama get house. So I left their house. I went to the UK. No, I can't say I've never rented a house. Let me take that back, because I rented a house in the UK. But I rented a house in the UK by God's grace. You know, still tell like that before God still bless us, because He said we'll get our own for that same UK. So please, you know, I don't need to be, because I make video all the time in my house. You say, because you don't see that particular house, now you just concluded. What did they worry you? Must that be in every of my houses? Just like the guy that complained today. Anyway, I just wanted to address that, because I know you are listening and all that. But I want you guys to understand that on this platform, if you don't understand us, ask questions. And I promise you, by God's grace, I'll put by God's grace, that because I'm a human being, that 99.9% I can never deceive my followers, because my success today, I can't count it without not mentioning my followers. When I say this, some people might think, oh, because some people have been waiting, some satanic people have been waiting for the past 10, 12 years I've been on social media, say, oh, this guy will fail one day. We are waiting, he's deceiving, he's doing this. You will wait till you enter grave. We don't deceive people. We don't lie. I mean, we talk and say we cannot give ourselves 100%, but I will try all my best, 95%, never to come on air to lie against my people, or to support satanism, or to indoctrinate you to support satanism to rule us in our country. It's not possible. I supported Peter Obi. If Peter Obi was the wrong person, I will never support him. Nobody came to me to give me money, or to try to convince me to say, I beg, support this man, I beg, because of this. No. I did my research on him, and I discovered that, okay, Sowore is my friend. If I know Moile Sowore far, or closer to Moile Sowore, in fact, I'm far closer to Moile Sowore than Peter Obi. I don't even know Peter Obi. I don't know Peter Obi. Peter Obi has never been to my platform. Sowore has been to my platform twice. So Peter Obi is... But I'm trying to educate many of us here today that you don't need to have personal relationship with people for you to support what is right. Now, make us the way we did today. The continuous embracing of satanism, ethnicism, tribalism, favoritism, and nepotism. That is why Nigeria is backward. Now my person be that to my personal person. No. Now here I go support. That's why we are where we are. You see now, Sowore is far closer than me, right? Peter Obi is not close at all. I see Peter Obi as Papa. You don't even need to close up. I see Sowore as my guy. So I see Peter Obi as father, but a distant father that we don't have any communication. But I did my research properly, and I know that, okay, on this, Sowore, if given a chance, he can even rule Nigeria better than Peter Obi. I have to be honest. But after my research, and I get to understand that none of them have any corrupt lane that I can put to them. But who can Nigerians support faster? It was Peter Obi. Who have the best record that have been on the system and all that is Peter Obi. He ruled for 8 years. There's no single corruption to his name. Then I decided to choose Peter Obi. Then I came here. It took me time to convince my people here because everybody were already supporting different kind of people. Like people like Mr. Alex Amadarita. Hey, it was not easy to convince people like that. You know, they are very, very outspoken people. Very, very difficult to convince them. But today, look at them. They gave it all for Peter Obi. And I never regretted it. There's no way you people will try to say this man, this, not that. I'll come say, oh, I know you know why I support this man. There's never. I'm not the kind of a man that align with what people say about people. I want to see. I want to feel it. It's just that person can't tell you now, say, oh, Mr. That was not this or not that. Or you'll begin the verse for me to go. Is that no stupidity? When you don't even, you have to put me into test in the same area that they told you about me. Peter Obi have been tested. Do you know that Peter Obi is the most hated politician among the satanic politicians in the history of Nigeria? Are you aware? Or you are not aware? Including some of the people supporting Peter Obi I'm talking in the political space. Peter Obi is the most hated politician in the history of Nigeria. Upon say they hate him, how come they did not use their hatred to bring one particular thing come out? May they hold them against this man. That one not reach where you will say this man deserve a credit. Must he be your president before you will say no, he deserve a credit? He doesn't have to. Peter Obi have never been to my platform. I don't verse for that one in the past, forget. But is that enough automatically? I can't say Peter Obi is not the worst. On what basis? Can you tell us how is he the worst? Just give us only one, not even two. Then I can say, because he did not come to my platform, you know, see, biasness have killed so many people in Nigeria. Sentimentalism have destroyed so many mindsets in Nigeria. You know, I ask her money, not give me. Is enough for people to hate you for. I ask him, give me lift, he not give me lift. Is enough for people to hate you for. Now, so I want us to understand that Peter Obi is not a perfect person. Me, myself here, I'm not a perfect person. But I can never, by God's grace, open my eye, come here, I can't deceive now with somebody that I know. Because I bet me can support James Ibori. Then Mr. Jonathan will come to tell me, say, no, Mr. Ibori, he was an ex-convict. I'll say, no, Mr. Jonathan, make you not look that one. This man will repair Nigeria. This man. Then you go no say, Ilalobo don't pass. You don't know what I call Ilalobo. Don't worry, my people will explain that. I'm not going to explain that for past there. You know, say Wahala don't come. Some of my adult youth, Ilalobo don't destroy them. I'm saying the front runners, Ilalobo don't destroy their life. They not talk from the two sides of their mouths. Have you ever heard that any government in my state, they talk to me anyhow, or they mention me or reference to me in terms of any kind of satanism? It's impossible now. Is that not beautiful? That you did this life. Nobody can affiliate you with any satanism. If in case you never try it, my brother, my sister, you are listening to me, go and try it. It's so beautiful. I'm a testimony. I've said it so many times. I'm a testimony in this life to people who believe that you can never be successful without you did not pass shortcuts. I'm a testimony. You don't need to. And remember, once you start passing shortcuts, you can never in your entire life again speak against these people. Do you know how people that pass shortcuts talk about these people? Don't be say Obaseki go like that, but Obaseki he gets some area where you still do. So they will, okay, how do I put it on? They will criticize Obaseki 1 minute, they will praise him. No, 1% or praise him 99%. They will criticize Okpebolo 1% or praise him 99%. They will criticize what you call them? The one we give Obaseki, we carry Obaseki, go give us. What they call them? Oshomole. They will give her 99% praises. Now they know people with those chop ilalobo. We know them. We can never engage in this kind of satanism. It's impossible though. You know, by God's grace, you know, make God still do and go meet face to face. Then you will know me much better. Not be online what they see. So somebody's actually seeing me for supermarket the other day, one woman like that. I was surprised. You know, so yes, let's stand for what is right. And don't be too quick to judge people. Always ask questions. Don't join any kind of coven against anybody. Yes. Always do your findings. This person, I saw it be, or like that. Peter Obi, as of today, I don't know about tomorrow, still remain the best. The best. And, you know, I foresee one of the best. But I cannot really hold on to the remaining rest where the one of the best from generates. So I'll just say the best politician so far in Nigeria. Like I said, I foresee one of the best. I don't know the remaining one I will mention. Omoyele Sowore forbid the next one for mention, but Omoyele Sowore, they make me the best at the moment because you are fighting for a better Nigeria, which I support you. But I don't know where you did, Oga. You are my good friend, but we have to say it how it is. I've said it before, anybody that can be my friend for 5 years, we need to celebrate it. Friends cannot stay with me for up to 1 year. Not be me, they pursue them. My lifestyle will not allow you to stay with me. You cannot. You cannot match it. I'm too transparent. I'm too straightforward. And I'm too direct. In my lifestyle, everything I do. Both me and my workers, all of us, the way we do our things. You know, most times, let me show you some of my team that we work together. I posted the video earlier on. I sent it to my wonderful admin to help me publish it, you know, and all that. And I published it on so many other places. I want you guys to know what I passed through. Do you know that yesterday and today, I started my broadcast from inside the car. Yesterday, I started from the car. My mom is aware of these things all the time. Today, again, I started it from the car, and my laptop remained just 1%. 1%. I have to put that Idris music again just now, just to get inside the house and quickly plug it. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy to do this job. We should be encouraged at all times. If you don't get money, we want to encourage you, it's okay, don't worry. But join other people here who, I know some people for a year, every day, their comments put smiles on my face. Every day here. I know them. They always do everything possible. It has become a routine. They have some certain kind of comment they leave here. You don't know how long this can go. You don't know. Do your part, because if you now lose me, you feel the job people go tell, if I get it, other people it's not too easy like that to see truthful people. I will tell you. I'm telling you, not easy. Some people know they understand. It's very difficult. I remember when some of my people talk that time, say, hey, if you know help us fight for land grab, they make you rest. Other people's person go do on 3 years plus or almost 4 years now. No, 4 years now. We are still I don't want to go there. Many of them we don't come back. Please, have labored in abroad. My land have been taken. My house have been taken. Blah, blah, blah. We were the only one who did that job diligently. And those state speaker of House of Assembly were shaking. Top names were shaking. Many of us they ask it tomorrow, how you take do am? How water take coconut, you know? My God, they tell you, yes, I buy for you. Now say if you don't do rest, then we rest, and nobody do have again till tomorrow. So we will not push us because it be say this federal thing we are talking, speaking truth to power. Be like as my panelists now, I respect all of them so much. Tomorrow now I can't say if you not join us, rest. That's submission. Do you know how many people in case you're not aware, all my panelists, my callers here, they have their fans. Yes, all of them. Some of my panelists or my callers who left by themselves, their fans still reach out to meet it tomorrow. Why is this person now? Why is this person now? Some of you, I don't reply you. But after all, not be miss Poshwan. Now by self go. So anybody way by self go is okay. But whenever you come back again, your fans is always there waiting for you. Niger Watch is there to stay. If you come out, Niger Watch is still there. Right? So encourage me, encourage my panelists, encourage my callers, encourage my commenters. It's not an easy job to do. You know? Okay, this is our job yesterday. Doing this all the time, not be easy thing. But I would like to mute this one quickly because of the music that I put in. Watch this. So this is our job here. Some of the, you guys should know this by now. I study film and media, and I've produced over 14 movies already in my name. We shoot movie all the time, back to back. This is my director, the best director in Nollywood, one of the best, top three in Nollywood. All this gadget you are seeing here is not be small picking gadgets. We work so hard every day to make sure we do the right thing. And I will do this, monitor my work, I monitor everybody. I will still come on air every day. We should be encouraged. Get me, good about us. It may not be so and push us for one corner. Good. You understand? Always encourage us. Always encourage us to do what we are doing. Some of you know us finish. You know what we do. You know how we do it. Encourage our work. Okay? And for you, that guy where they talk, say, that your new house, they stay there. I don't need to stay there. This is where I live here. This is where I live here. Now my house, this is where they live. I don't get anything to hide. I did Nigeria. I don't hide from anybody because I don't have anything to hide. I don't lie against anybody. I don't lie against government. I just report things from third parties. Arise, channels, and all that. That's what we do here. I don't know, the network is failing. I don't know anybody if they are still seeing anything anyway. You understand? This is when I was going to work. We work and work and work and work. Then we still come back here. I don't have a social life. Hey, this is round the corner now. Hey, this is when giving award to producers and all that. Last year, I was invited and all that. I don't get chance to go. Because na evening they do these things. And my evening, I don't lock me for a year. I want to do these things. Appreciate us. May not be say one day. Oh God, I got the reference say, the guy was doing well that time, but now another thing they do now. Listen, I have so many channels, and I can turn my channels. I'm streaming right now from 8 channels, including Twitter. I can turn all of them to something else that can even generate me funds better than where we are today. Appreciate us. All right? Appreciate us. I have other channels that I use for other things that doesn't have anything to do with politics anyway. Are you aware that I have over 500,000 subscribers? I have another 300,000 subscribers from a platform that doesn't have any affiliation with politics. Encourage us. Always encourage us, my people. If you don't thank God, they thank my mama. She's very encouraging, If not be this woman, sometimes, in fact, just this morning, get with you, I tell her. She let me talk finish. She can't tell me, say, no, you can't take decisions like that. Are you even aware that this job that we are doing is very draining? It's draining. I can't lie to you. This politics thing that we're talking about, repetitive. this would, God, it's so draining. Very, very draining. Encourage us to do more for you. When I say that, don't just listen. Some of the comment that you leave for us sometimes is discouraging. You don't know. You just write it, Boza. Let him go to hell and burn to ashes. No, you don't treat human beings like that. It kills effort. It kills effort. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. It may not be like say it's all about me today, but it's Sunday though. Sometimes this happens. When the spirit leads us, we talk like this sometimes. I just want you to always encourage us. You see, since why I don't call now, say we need 50 platform like Nigeria was that can be talking like this. We don't talk now for more than 2 years. We don't see the second one. We call for 50. We never see second one. But you don't see second one. Tell me the second one you see. You know, many Nigerians don't want to do this. It's draining. It's really, really draining. It's tiring. They don't want to use their platform to talk about politics, you know, and it's not so safe. As we talk on, if your papa name not the open window, you go know where you talk rich. I not go blame some of you now. Maybe your papa name not the open window. If you don't know what that one mean, don't worry, go Google. But nevertheless, it's so stressful. Let's encourage ourselves. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone of you. And God bless you. Now, for those of you just coming in right now, I want you guys to know that I appreciate you. I can see Clara. Clara, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Thanks for your wonderful message. Those of you coming in, who again? Didi Anthony, wait this Divine Cross where you did. Agborile Vicento. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, all my people. God bless you. God bless every one of you. Thank you. And God will bless you now. I'm very, very grateful for the super chat. Mr. Always, thanks for your consistency and honesty. Thank you. I like that. You know, I bet if I want to give me money anytime for this platform, they add text to her. You know, say there's option to add text. Even though you not see my brother now, Akiwumi, you know, if you want to give me super chat, you must put text on now, even a text to contribute to the submission, or a different way, or just to say I have a safana. Even when they do he work for Canada for there, he still try to still join us here. Let's encourage each other. My wonderful panelists, I want to use this opportunity to say I'm grateful for you all. Sometimes, but they prepare me understand that I'm not a bad person. Yes, my brother now, Black Panther, for example, these are one of the people that I don't really deal with for this platform. They are with me. I don't know how to appreciate this. My brothers give us a mandate, Mr. Jonathan. Many of them for a year. They are the next day. There was a day where I attacked Black Panther for a year. The next day of my broker, he was the first to join us. This is no exaggeration. He was the first to join the platform. Do you know the smile with these people for my body? Do you know how I was happy? Do you know how much I appreciate him for that? Seeing that just yesterday, I jump out of box. There's some people for here, I'll just make one mistake, say, I did not align with you, I did not agree with you, or I oppose you, or I disrespected you, which you know I'm not that kind of person. Though you're vesting forever. Forever. No, now. No, if you are looking for perfection, you don't need to come here. Unfortunately, you don't need to come here. I'm not perfect. My panelists, they are not perfect. My callers, my commenters, none of us is perfect here. Yeah? There was a time we attacked Augustine, and I mean attack Kampa, but everybody, like say he was praising Governor Soludo or something like that. We lambasted on Augustine that day. Till today, this man is by my side on this platform. Okona, one can say I'm perfect. Let's learn to manage people. The ability to be amongst human beings, you must have the patience to accept people. If you are looking for perfection, you don't need to marry, you don't need to get a wife, you don't need to get a husband, you don't need to get children. Just come this life alone and go alone. Don't associate yourself with nobody. Yes, if you get more than one child, all of them have different character. You are aware of that. Yeah. So always learn to manage us. Thank you very much, my people. I think I will end it right there. Do your part, the person on the like, and help us to share. Thank you very much, Ejidema. Thanks for the super chat. I'm very, very, very grateful for this. Thank you so much. I don't know what you write, so I don't know what you write. You say GC. What are they calling already? You say GC EK. Hey God, I want to know what that one call me now. GC EK. Okay. Tell me what you mean. Yes, Beckman, you are very right. We disagree to agree. Yes, now, if I agree with you every time, you know, say I be fake now. Mr. Jonathan, I feel they give submission right now. After you don't give a submission finish, I'll just say no. I'll disagree. It's my right now. We should take it the way it is. I understand. So I'd like to take this call quickly. Thank you very much, Madam Deborah. Thanks for calling in, man. Please talk to us. Thank you, man. Can you hear me, Madam Deborah? Thank you, man. Please talk. Good evening to you, man. Thank you very much. God bless you. Talk to us. Thank you, man. Go ahead.
I was just enjoying your monologue. I was enjoying everything that you've been saying.
Okay. Which part are you enjoying?
Yeah. It's just I'm just agreeing with everything you're saying. It's just the truth.
Thank you.
When you were saying that everything that you're talking, people don't appreciate that one day they will come to realize that what you're saying is the truth, and you are accurate.
Thank you.
You know, many a times when there's something, people don't until they lose that thing before they appreciate it. But then the ship has sailed.
It's too late
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens most times to ignorant people.
Exactly.
You know. Yeah. Good evening to everyone, all our viewers and commenters at home. Happy Sunday to everyone. Let me start by saying that, like I said, I appreciate everything that you're saying, like the parable of the wise and foolish virgins in the Bible. You know, it talks about preparation. It talks the wise ones were wise, they were prepared, and they were not taken unawares when the groom came. But you see, the foolish ones, they were not prepared. They were taken unawares when the groom. By the time the groom came, they were nowhere found. So unfortunately, a lot of people today, even though with everything that is happening, but because people are not still awake, they are not bothered. So sadly, that's just what. And I actually have experienced as well. You know, with everything that is going on in Nigeria, Mr. Eldis, when you see calls from Nigerians and you're talking to them, they sound as if they don't know what is going on. In fact, I've spoken to one of my sisters, and she told me, why am I even worrying so much about what's going on in Nigeria? She is in Nigeria. And she told me, she said, I should stop listening to social media, that what they are saying is not true. And I told her, I said, no, I'm not listening to social media. I said, the news I'm hearing are from reliable sources. I said, it is you that is not even current with what's going on in Nigeria. So sometimes when you get all this kind of response, it's very, very discouraging. That those people in Nigeria, some of them are not even bothered, and they don't act as though they are bothered about Fulani gradually taking over the country. No one seems to be bothered. They are happy to live under the Fulani caliphate when it happens. Probably that's when they are going to wake up. As it is now, I don't think they are waking up to that reality of what is going on. I listened to your video you posted about aside is it that what was his name? And I was shocked that everything that he said is truth.
Yes.
Yeah, he said exactly the truth. But unfortunately, a lot of Nigerians, the majority of Nigerians are sleeping. Even those that know are not willing to do anything. They are not bothered. I mean, I don't understand. I've asked this question, and I don't know if maybe somebody will be able to answer it for me. Probably Mr. Elvis, can you help me to answer? I'm worried. I said, is it that they don't understand? Is it that Nigerians don't understand the gravity of what is coming? Or they are just not bothered? Which of them? I want to know which of them is correct. Is it that they don't understand? Maybe they lack the information, or they don't understand the gravity of what is coming, or maybe they are just not bothered. Maybe somebody will be able to answer that for me, because I don't know which one is correct. You know,
They don't care.
You think they don't care? They know and they don't care?
Yes, of course.
Okay. If they know and they are not bothered, so it's a very. So sometimes I tell myself, I mean, if somebody is sick and the person is not bothered, or so why you cannot cry more than the bereaved. So at times I ask myself, if the people who are inside the situation and are not even bothered, me that is not even directly affected, I see people more bothered than the ones that are inside Nigeria. So it's just a sad reality. I agree with you that they are not just bothered. I think that's the correct answer to the question.
Exactly. Thank you.
Let me just say something briefly about Tinubu's CIA. What is it called that they want to release? Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to make any difference. I don't think so. And the video you showed where the guy is saying maybe it's going to stop somebody from having a criminal record from becoming president. With the current state of Nigeria, even somebody who is worse than Tinubu can become a president of Nigeria. And nothing, if the person has money and is able to buy everybody, he can become president. The way Nigeria is programmed, the way it is now, I don't think it's going to make any difference. The time it would have mattered was before they swear him in. But unfortunately, as it is now, I don't think it is going to make any difference. Even in 2027, I still don't think it's going to, because Tinubu has already cleared he has already made he's going to put every machinery in place in Nigeria that will bring him back in 2027. So except if a miracle happens, but I don't think releasing anything is going to change anything. The only thing it might do, it might affect his relationship with the current US president. That is something that might be possible. Donald Trump might not want to have anything to do with it. But regarding affecting him in Nigeria, I don't think it's going to do anything to him in Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, ma. I appreciate you, Mother Deborah. God bless you, ma. Thank you, ma. Yes, ma. All right. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you so much for your patience with us. And thank you, Julius, Anthony, Agbongile. Thank you so much for the super chat earlier on. God bless you. I appreciate you all that supported me, that super chatted me, that have left comments there. I want to say I'm very, very grateful, my people. I want us to start talking now. Remember, it's Sunday. We're just going to go straight to the point. Everybody, I only have 2 people here, 8 minutes, then I'll just round up. Thank you very much. If I don't pronounce it, we are going to have trouble. My brother. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Talk to us. You have your 8 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Mr. Elvis, sorry, my brother. Before you begin, let me just say this, Mr. Elvis, please. That 8 minutes, you have presented so much since yesterday.
Yeah, so much that since yesterday that we need to shed some light on it. So I think you should give.
Okay,
Anyway,
you know
what my fellow panelists will say, but you can continue now. Thank you.
Okay, no problem, Mr. Jonathan. I'll just leave the platform for you guys. When you finish, you take over. Talk. If you don't tire, I'll end the show. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right, no problem. Go ahead, Mr. Robert. Talk to us, sir.
All right. As I said, good evening, everyone. Mr. Elvis, Mr. Jonathan. 8 minutes. I don't think I will even have to use much more time like that. But as the conversation progresses, I mean, I could chip in small one or two. All right. Good evening, viewers all over the world and in Nigeria, most especially. All right. The topic for today, I think it's talking about Tinubu's criminal records about to be released. Okay. This has been going on even right before the elections results. Yeah, most people know. Most people have allegedly says here he was into what's it called drugs in the US and he had to forfeit some money and the rest. We all know the story. But when we talk about the judgment that has been, I mean, that has come out that they should release all document relating to that incident. Yeah, looking at it in another light, they will release it, but will they release the full report or will it be redacted? Because President Trump presently is trying to realign and I mean get so many things. So he can give I don't know how the US law works up to the extent of the president, giving directive on how those reports should be released. It may be redacted, and if it's redacted, we may not even get full report on the happenings in that case. That's what I think about that, because it may affect the relationship with Tinubu and Trump. But I know Trump don't really don't really have, he's not really concerned about Nigerian's issues. So that's being said, I want to talk about the other video you posted on the person talking about the Labour Party, and I think we have talked about that before. We have talked about ideological based political parties, and that's the only way we could have good democracy. We could have democracy, functional democracy in Nigeria. As I said earlier, like a couple of weeks back, about ideology. With the ideological based political party system, we will have less of defections, and we will have more of when debates are being made, it will be more of realistic debates, if I should use the word realistic debate, and productive debates. It will be focused on focus on policies and rather than focusing on personalities. Because in Nigeria, we always, because of there are no ideology, so we don't have anything to discuss more or less than discuss about the person, and that's not going to drive. There's not going to drive our democracy or move our democracy forward. I can still say yes, we are still kind of a new democracy, but 20 something years, it's not really that new. So we should have our act together and we should focus more on the ideology.
Are you still there?
I think we lost him.
Ah.
Just yes, Black Panther is coming to join you shortly.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think I guess we lost him. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Jonathan. Talk to us. You mute yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Harris. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was listening to my fellow panelists. Mr. Harris, I greet you. I greet you once again. God bless you abundantly for the good work you are doing. Yes, I listen to you.
So much.
See, God is the rewarder. is the one that rewards a man. Every other reward that comes from man, you know, is not, you cannot really lay claims. It is the reward that comes from God that is permanent, that you can hold on forever. The one that comes from man, sometimes it could be maybe motivational, it could be, you know, have some material motives behind it, but the one that you get from God is untarnished, is the one that stays forever. So God, the one that rewards a man, will reward you. That is it. Though true man, but it is still God.
Thank you so much. A big amen to that.
God bless you. I greet my fellow panelists. I was listening to the other panelists. Unfortunately, we lost him. But anyways, I pick one or two things from what he has said so far. And then, Mommy Diaspora, I greet you. God bless you abundantly, man. Happy weekend. And fellow panelists, fellow commenters and callers, prospective callers as well. I greet you all. God bless you. Welcome. You see, let me quickly say this. You see, in the world, in the international politics, when it comes to both local and international politics, you cannot get the full details. You can't. They will not. You can't get it. But in international politics, both local politics and international politics, you got to be able to connect the dots. It's like a puzzle. The ability to put it together, that to make sense out of it. That's what they do when they talk of international relations, international politics, because as it is right now, every country is planning, every country is working. We don't know what is going on in Aso Rock as we speak. We don't know what is going on in White Rock or in number 10 Downing Street as we speak, but they are doing something. And each country will have to sit down and connect it and make sense out of it. It is the one that they want you to know, that they will bring out publicly. So with that in mind, there is no country, Western country, and to be specific though, let me be specific so that I will not be taken, you know, misconstrued. When it comes to United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Japan, and probably 2 or 3 other countries, they don't joke with Nigeria. If you think that, then you are the most naive or you are uninformed. I don't care whether the United States economy is $50 trillion, whatever. The Nigerian politics is in the mainstream of what they do. If they cannot, it will have serious impact on their economy. The cheap crude oil, let's come down to it. The cheap crude oil. You see that cheap crude oil that they are still literally stealing from Nigeria is still buttressing the price of local petrol in all these countries. United States, to be precise, United Kingdom as well. They cannot. They need it. And I will say this with respect to Mr. Tinubu, when I say connecting the dot, in my own, the way I see it now, Mr. Tinubu's disappearance or his, his visit, all of a sudden visit to France, I cannot connect it. As I said, it's a puzzle. You got to be able to connect the dots, and then it will make sense to you. It will give you your own meaning. And then you can interpret it. I cannot connect the dot why Mr. Tinubu is out of the country. Because when they want to make the decision, the court decision this past Friday, and late Thursday, or was it because it was Friday that started seeing it on social media. But see, Mr. Tinubu must have been aware. He must have been aware, because if you are a part of a litigation, you will be aware of, okay, this is what the court is going to do. This is when this is not that they will just throw it at you. That's a normal court process. His lawyers will have informed him. And for me, I'm thinking the only person that can stop it right now is Mr. Trump, the US president. He's the only one, because they will obey court orders. CIA, FBI, they will obey court orders. But at the end of the day, they will still go through the bureaucratic process. And at the end of the day, it will still end up on Mr. Trump's table. He will still sign off on it. Either him or the Attorney General of the United States, someone, either him or I can't be specific, but either him or the Attorney General, someone at that level will still sign off on it. So Mr. Trump is directly involved. So it is the only one that can stop it. He is the only one that can stop it. And he can decide not to sign off. Well, it's a bureaucratic process. The civil servant will do their own. FBI, CIA, they will do their job, and then they have to go. There's a court order. They will go through it. It's not like Nigeria where they just disobey court order. No. If there's anything, they will obey the court order. They will take it, then it will end up. Whether it will take them 1 week, 1 month, 6 months, that I don't know. But at some point, it will end up on the desk of this one of these two, either the Attorney General or the United States President, and they can decide to put it inside the burner. They can decide to put it under the table. Mr. Trump can take his face out of it. He may decide that, okay, I will leave it for the next administration. I'm not going to even go there. You can't go back to CIA. You can't go back to FBI. They've done their own part. So that's it. So there's the reason why I say it is only Mr. Tinubu that can stop this. I'm sorry, Mr. Trump that can stop this at this point. Hence, Mr. Tinubu got to go and negotiate. And see, that's my own position. Okay, I'm not saying that's the way I connect the dots. As I've said in my intro, when it comes to international politics, international relations, nobody will give you the full dose. You can't. You got to be able to connect the dots and make meaning out of it. And because Mr. Tinubu is a transactional man, Trump himself is a transactional man, it's possible, very, very possible, that at the end of the day, we might not get anything. So I believe our first caller who said nothing will come out of it. Yes, possibly nothing may come out of it. But if the report is released, it will be a big deal. So we must know, I try to establish the fact that it may end up being published, becoming a public information, and it may not, based on what I've explained earlier. However, if it is released, it will be a big deal, a very big one. And if it will not be a big deal, Mr. Tinubu will not be running all over the place to prevent it from coming out. It will be a big deal, first of all, to him. It will be a big deal to the Nigerian government. A big one. International committee, Nigerian relationship with the international committee will begin to dwindle. I mean, as fast as the speed of light. Who wants to? Because the international community, as of now, is still a speculation. This has not been proven they don't have anything to hold on to. The European Union will not, their relationship with it will dwindle because the evidence is now there. They cannot go ahead. It will be too hypocritical of them. There are conditions. Know this. Even before the IMF, International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, part of the condition of loaning countries money is that things like this, the leaders like this, must not have any, they must be clean. It's part of the requirement. And now they will now deal with that. You need to explain. So this thing must not come out. For whatever reason, this CIA report on Mr. Tinubu gets out, unredacted, fully. The only thing, regardless, they will still redact all the methodologies, which means that the method they use to gather their information, their method of intelligence gathering, those ones they will redact it. But they will not tell you the names of the informants. They will not tell you the strategy and the methods that the CIA, FBI normally uses to gather information and intelligence. They will redact all those ones. But as far as it pertains to Mr. Tinubu, if it becomes public, it will affect Nigeria greatly. Make no mistake about it. It will affect Nigeria greatly. So that's why I agree with that guy who presented that video, Mr. Common Sense, or what it is. It will tell political parties in Nigeria not to dare to go near, to even dare going forward. It will be so disgraceful to them. Of course, Nigeria, you know what? What can you do? They will oppress, they will suppress, they will gag, they will pretend as if this does not mean, but inside they know that this is affecting them. So it will affect. And then secondly, I know, so somebody also talk about, Nigerians, I want to respond to that question that our caller, the madam asked. You see, for me, I believe that Nigerians are the most bothered set of people. They are bothered. Nigerians are the most inflicted people. Inflicted with all sorts of things. Afflicted. Where do you, which one? Combination of infliction and affliction altogether. They are the most oppressed. And in the midst of these afflictions and oppressions, they cannot find their voice. They just can't. But that they are not bothered. Are you going to tell the parents that are working, they are working seriously to pay those expensive, exorbitant school fees because they are working to give their children the best of education? Or families that are okay before now, they cannot even put 3 quality food on the table for their families? Or the price of petrol, there's no electricity, and they can't even have, just to have AC in your house. Is that a big deal? Just to run common AC so that people are, the rich, even the people that you can call middle class, even though there is nothing like that in Nigeria, they are finding it, they are the most bothered. I believe so. But they have lost their voice. They just can't, because they have been oppressed. And fear is part of it. But again, the solution is still in their hands. They will be the one that will still have to do it anyway. Nobody is still going to do it for them. Nobody is going to do it for them. But they are afflicted. And they know that they are afflicted. Nigerians are seriously afflicted set of people right now. And finally, so that other panelists can come in as well. You see, there was this video that we presented. I listened to it about this man who talked about Mr. Peter Obi yesterday. He ran his mouth so much. I have many questions, which I know he will probably not be able to answer, but we will try to provide answers for him. We have many questions. That man called Mr. Piper, or whatever I call his name, and is a leader of the obedient civil organization, civil society organization. He did a press conference and he ran his mouth for 1 hour. And I think it will only be fair also to match him also, a very reasonable time to deal with all those issues that he raised. People like that, these are the people that are destroying Nigeria. These are the people, they are all over the place. I call them useful idiots. They are the ones that are making themselves available for the ruiners of Nigeria. And the ruiners of Nigerians know that they can find them in abundance. They are all over the space. This Mr. Piper is one of them. Because I don't know where this Mr. Piper has been since 2023. Mr. Tinubu is eating his 24th month now. The 2 years is about to be completed now. I don't know Mr. Piper. I don't know Mr. Piper's position on subsidy removal. I don't know Mr. Piper's position on the naira, the single window of the foreign the exchange rates. I don't know Mr. Piper's position on the quality of education in Nigeria now since Mr. Tinubu took over. His position on healthcare in Nigeria since Mr. Tinubu took over. I don't know Mr. Piper's position on the president, on the 20 billion vice president residence that was just built. I don't know Mr. Piper's position on Mr. Tinubu's new private jet. I don't know Mr. Piper's. You can go on and on and on. Where are you? And you call yourself obedient. Let's make no mistake about it. Obedient simply are the people that are striving, myself inclusive, striving for a better Nigeria, a Nigerian that we can be proud of, a quality nation. That's just a simple, elementary meaning of being an obedient. And if you are in that club, if you are in that group of Nigerians, Mr. Piper, you must have positions on all of this. You must. What is it What's your position on the minimum wage? What's your position on the policies of the National Assembly thus far? We don't know you. We don't know where you are. You just pop out from nowhere. Because why? You have been paid. A useful idiot like you all over the place, because you call Mr. Obi delusional. You call him all kinds of names. So it will not be out of line to call you who you are, a useful idiot. You are the people that are destroying Nigeria. You still find a voice to come out and say all of that, stood there for almost an hour, spilling out rubbish, incoherent. Where are you? What's your position on the cost of governance? Is it okay if you say you are obedient? What's your position on the coastal highway costing almost 4-5 billion naira for 1 kilometer? What's your position, Mr. Piper? We don't know. It is only now you are coming now and say you are obedient. Obedient, my foot. People should put you in your proper place. People like you. You have a space. And he's talk again. He said they will dish Mr. Peter Obi if Mr. Peter Obi continue fighting Abure. They will dish him out. They will abandon. What are you bringing to the table? What? Let's see your clout. Let's see your strength. Let's see. Then we can start talking. I stand to be corrected if you have 100 followers. 100, bring them out. Because you have been paid, the likes of our papa and them. You are all in the same useful idiots. They pick you whenever they need you. When someone is his own, when you are needed, they just go and tap. They have you. They have you on their list, the useful idiot list. They'll pick you up. How much? What's the price? How much were you paid? These are the people that are destroying Nigerians. How will it be possible for us to coalesce together as a people, to come together if we have this element still calling themselves obedient? You are not obedient anything. If anything, you are a spoiler. If anything, you are a useful idiot. And I will leave it there. And you see, yeah, that's all I have to say. And then if I have time, subsequently, I will talk on Mr. Wakobia, Dr. Wakobia. Yeah, I like him, but I disagree with his, comment today on talking about coalition and ideology. Completely disagree. So conflicting. I couldn't really understand what is. He really contradicted himself. He was talking about the coalition and ideology. The only point I can say now is that I don't know what ideology the likes of El-Rufai will bring to the party if there is a coalition. I don't understand that. You need to explain that to people. If the likes of El-Rufai is a man of ideology, please, you will need to give us clarity on that. So conflicting. It doesn't add up at all. Mr. Elvis, I'll leave it there for now.
He is not conflicting. He himself is confused.
So, Mr. Jonathan, you not call my name on your manager yourself, I beg.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I thank you, our fellow panelists. I really thank you. I think it was my brother, you are back, right?
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, please take over. Then after you, I believe it's Mr. Black Panther. Then yeah, thank you.
Okay. Sorry that it had cut out. I was actually listening to the previous panelist, and he talked about the foreign relations aspect of the judgment on the drug charges on Tinubu. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it initially, and I said I don't think there's anything that will come out of it. The reason I said that is Nigeria. Okay, Nigeria has a lot to offer to the world, which we all know that we have the resources, we have the population, and in the current scheme of things, where the new world order is being redrawn, we all know that what's his name? Donald Trump is a transactional person. And if he decides that, okay, Nigeria has this and he wants this from Nigeria, he will simply meet up with Tinubu and draw up an agreement. And Tinubu has no cards, because if he is actually guilty and if they actually have what they say they have and what they say they want to release, Tinubu will play ball. And that's why I said we will not see anything out of it, because it's not going to benefit us. It's going to benefit the United States, because they will definitely have they definitely have the stronger hand. So that is why I said I don't think we'll see anything out of it. I mean, I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's that what I want to say about the judgments. I think someone else can take over.
Okay, thank you. You spoken. Hello, anybody there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, I think maybe he's having problem with his audio.
No, he has landed. He said it.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you can take over then, Mr. Black Panther.
Yeah.
After you, Mr. Odua will come in.
Okay, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Nigeria Wash. Nigeria Wash. So stop listening to your distractors. You see, this Nigeria issue.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you.
That is the only thing I will say to you. Stop listening to the distractors, because they will never encourage you. That is another way of they are saying hallelujah. He's frustrated, he's gone. You see, I want to thank everybody out there. Mommy, that's why God bless you for having me in mind, because I know Nigeria is in the kitchen trying to feed himself. You see, that's why we told him, carry your luggage and get out of that place. You know the hear word. You know go hear. But one day I know say he go hear us, he go come out there. I want to say your distractors will say hallelujah. The day you will say you will not talk on Nigeria issue. And I want to say to the first lady, the first madam that called him, I want to tell him that Nigerians have been battered. They have been shattered. And when you see a people that have been battered and shattered, what do you expect from them? You don't expect anything from them. But what we should do as their backbone, because we are their backbone now, we should continue to forge ahead to fight on. Because if definitely we are going to have people that will say, I don't care. In a society, everybody cannot be positive. Definitely we are going to have negative people. There might be more, but we that are positive will try as much as possible to see who we can, we can advocate towards, so that we can change those negativity to positivity. And I want to say it again, when you are fighting or revoking against and you want to change an ideal in your state, in any state, you don't listen to side talk, because if that state goes down, you yourself, you go down. So you won't have a place to call a home. So if anybody does not listen or does not care, don't need that the fight will be held somewhere. If he doesn't care, you care, forge ahead. People that believe in your ideal will follow suit. That is the essence of a revolution. That is the essence that is why God placed you there, to change the narrative of those that don't understand. Wisdom is easy, but the understanding is the most difficult thing you can grasp. So you that gotten the understanding, you got to stick to the plan and fight on. Because those that fought on for the independence of the Nigeria, there were some people that lost hope. There were some people that were sold into slavery that lost hope of it. But some people stood their ground and fought, and they cared. There were some people that didn't care, but they cared and they fought. And what happened? They got victory. Despite the victory was limited, but they got victory. There was nothing like direct confrontation of oppression anymore. That is it. That is what it has to be. So Everything you are seeing happening to the Nigerian people, it has to be so. It is not.
Mr. Alabo, you are not on your camera. Always leave your camera only on the backstage. I don't like announcing it. If not, you will not come in. I don't want anybody to impersonate your name inside here. Thank you. Go ahead, Black Panther.
It is not a new thing. We should not give hope. If we give up hope, then we have given the people that want to steal the country, who are inside and outside, a good platform to steal it to their satisfaction. And two, like I said, Wakobia is confused. Forget, people used to say, oh, if a doctor, it was those days that, oh, when a doctor speaks, because doctors knows everything. But now that information is out there and people study on their own, doctors sometimes might not be very accurate in the analysis. Majority of them might not be very accurate. Like you can see in Nigeria now, most professors are not very accurate in the analysis. Their students sometimes give them a platform to get an analysis done rightly. Their research, sometimes their students pave a way for their research to be done, correctly. What's his name? The doctor is confused. To me, he's confused. With my knowledge of understanding of international politics, he's confused himself. With my knowledge of Nigerian politics, he's confused. What an ideal could El-Rufai have? What idea did El-Rufai have? Tell me what idea will El-Rufai have? El-Rufai doesn't have any idea. He has a conquest mentality. That is what he has. He wants a platform whereby he will be say he's one of them. Thereby, he will not put forward his own ideal. He put forward his own conquest stuff to negotiate with that. That is exactly what that man is doing. So let us not. To me, I wouldn't dismantle the element of coming together to form an alliance, because it has always been, and you cannot change the idea concerning alliance itself. But the question is the alliance meant to benefit the people? Is the alliance being formed under a positive ideal to see that what is common within us, we are going to achieve it after the alliance might have started, that might have taken place? Are we going to achieve one goal of setting Nigeria into a platform whereby the Nigerian state will be good, will be a good place for all, where we can proudly say we are Nigerians and we are citizens? Is that the kind of alliance they want to form? Those are the fundamental questions we should have asked. And those are the fundamental things the doctor would have spoken on. But rather, he was jumping all around, talking about only ideal. On this kind of thing, you cannot base your argument on ideal only. You have to go and look at the mentality of person and look at what they believe in, what they want to see in that country. Do they really want to see the greatness to come up? If they don't, then that alliance is subject to re-scrutiny. That means that alliance is fake. Therefore, that alliance should not be supported. We should not be in a hurry. We should not be in a hurry to form an alliance that will not benefit the Nigerian people. That is one thing we should know. That is why I study Mr. Obi and I stay glued to him, because he is very gentle in his approach. That's to tell the man that is critically analyzing issue, analyzing the alliance, and make sure he doesn't make mistake. The mistake is that he doesn't want to fail the Nigerian people, because he has not done it that way before. Any alliance you see that man forming is for the benefit of the entire country, and that is what he believes in. He believes that Nigeria can make it, but the process, are the people ready? Those are the fundamental questions I believe he's asking himself, and which I believe is yet to get the real answer. But what he can do is to continue to propagate the positivity so that Nigeria can join head in the movement. That is correct, and that is the right thing to do. And now I want to go to the Agbado being what he's doing in France and other things. Well, I will say, before we heard the information, the law case, Agbado have a lawyer back here that is feeding him with information. And I know that the reason why he traveled was because of this court case. And he never knew that the court case will go the other way. Now, the reason why we say somebody like him will be subject to using him to make a bargaining chips, we have said it at the beginning that he's going to be, they'll use him as a tool to perpetrate their own evil upon the nation. They will make him a bargaining chips. And this is what is going to happen. That CIA report might not see the light of the day, because even the person that we are talking about, he has been breaking laws, not obeying laws of the court, and so over here. The other Agbado that is here has not been obeying the court law, the stuff. So that one, I am not even 70% sure if they can release it without not redacting some part of it. So I'm not very sure. So I wouldn't put hope on that part. But some of it might be released. Some of it might be used as a bargaining chips. And he will definitely bargain. And how is he going to bargain? That's the question we should all ask. How is he going to bargain with it? He might bargain with your resources. Definitely, that is what he's going to bargain with. He will bargain with your resources. And I want to ask everyone who has heard about the Congo. What happened in the Congo last week? Mr. Jonathan, have you heard what happened in Congo last week? Mr. Jonathan, or anyone, have you heard what happened in Congo last week? Okay, since nobody speaks, I will speak on it. The Congo itself have sold their country resources. To who? To the United States of America. All the resources that they use in making phones, that they use in making nuclear empowerment, that they use in making your battery. Congo has the highest reserve in the entire Africa, and it's one of those that have it. And do you know what this president did? This president went on to, he said, I need security. Come and take charge of all the resources of my country. It was signed and sealed last week. And everybody were clapping. That to show you that Africans don't know how to dialogue, and the leadership of Africa is ready to sell everything. Sell your resources, sell even the people there, sell them back into slavery. The problem Africa is having is with the leadership that want to grip onto power, that doesn't want to sit down and negotiate with the problem in their own internal enclave. They refuse to do this, and that is why it's happening. Now he has sold it. Who is going to be the martyr now to fight so that resources be taken back? Who? We don't know. And this, just because of you want to have security, the American security, you have to sell the entire resources that you have in the land. And this is what is going. That is what has been happening to us in Nigeria. Our oil has been so given out freely, one to the United Kingdom, free. Yeah, free giving. That is why you see the United Kingdom are not talking about energy, but the entire Europe, the other European region are talking about energy, because they know that energy is a source of their own existence. And England is not talking about it, because they are getting free one from the Nigerian state who they colonize. That is why I said the essence of Commonwealth of Nations is another way of colonizing the Commonwealth of so-called, quote and unquote, nations. That is why I said it does not pay Africa. What is happening in Burkina Faso today? Go and look at it. They've broken up and they are free to determine the future of their nation. They are free to bargain, sit on the chair to control how much we want to, how many percent we want to give out. To negotiate, they are free to negotiate. But we are not free to negotiate because our leaders that we put there are criminals. And then when you have a criminal there is a leverage on every criminal. That is what is happening. Agbado is using us to bargain. And who is bargaining this thing with him? I got an information, even online. Who do you think is bargaining this chip with him? You see that man that won the contract, the Shagori, the father of Shagori, is based in France. That is the person your president has gone to see. And that is the person that is doing the negotiation for him. You see, when they wanted to drive these people away from Nigeria, some people were shouting. These people are noted for stealing resources of many nations. They've been driven out of many nations. They took their boat in Nigeria because Nigeria military accepted them into Nigeria. But some of them revoke against them. But now, what do we have? Your so-called president is using them as a link. He's even a shareholder in their company, while his son is sitting there on behalf of him as directors of that company. Therefore, he goes to France every time to meet with his business partner. And not all these things, apart from his health, he goes there to meet with them. And that's that's his godfather. That's a criminal that is known worldwide that we accept as an African nation. And I want to say to every one of us, most of us don't understand what is going on in the entire geopolitics. Nigeria, Africa is still under colonization. That is what you should know. It's still under who are they using to do it? It is the leadership that refuse to believe in their own existence, to believe that they can do it, and they are the one first civilized before these people came in. Why do we say Africa is the home of civilization? Why do we say so? When we don't even do it, when we don't showcase it to the world, we are the best, but we don't showcase it because greediness has eaten into the bone marrow of an average African leaders. Guess who sold us to the West? It is still the African leaders that took mirror and some other things from the Europeans and sold our people down to them. It's still happening as we are talking today. We have to understand the diversity of our problem. Our problem is not only the Fulani. The Fulani knows that Nigeria is vast. They can't take charge of it. They can't put us in one basket to say everybody Muslim. It's virtually impossible because in the south the population is massive. And when you have a massive population, no matter what you do, you can't bring it down unless they revoke or unless they support you massively before you can succeed. What is happening, what the Fulani is doing now, the Fulani is playing the game of what the colonial masters want them to play. Distract the people, put insecurity in place while they steal your resources.
Please round up, Mr. Black.
Okay, I'll round up. They put Boko Haram and other things in place while they sit somewhere comfortably in the Western world. They took your resources with the aid of our own leaders who assist them in stealing it. So we should understand the dimension. The question somebody at this last one, somebody asked, why is it that we don't want to give ourselves light, water? Look, this is not the decision of our leaders. This is the decision of the people that are leading them to give us, to dictate to us what to give to the people and what not to give to the people. That's why I said we need to understand the dimension of our problem and our issue. And the only way out there are two ways out. It's either we whole people, nation, revoke, or the military comes in and take it and redesign it and now put the people so that criminality, the system will solve the problem of criminality. That is the two ways we can do, and that is the way it has always been done. And you can see that in Burkina Faso, you can see that in Mali, you can see that in Senegal. So it is left for Nigeria to wake up and choose one path which they want to follow. That path that will say we can do it our own way. Democracy is not for us, it's for the Western world, and we should not borrow it. Thank you, my speakers. God bless every one of us as we continue to speak on this issue. Remember, Nigerian problem is a diversified problem coming from various angles. The 10% is just from here, but the remaining 80% is from the West. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Mr. Odua, are you there? Take over, Mr. Odua. It's your turn, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Baba Jonathan. Good evening, Tapanta. Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers. I'm passerby. Thank you all. According to the topic of that the US, the CIA, and whatever FBI. Can we hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The FBI, me or their court or whatsoever, I don't see anything they are going to release. And I don't see what they want to release. Because if they have the file, they will have released the file without putting dark ink. Since what they released to us as Nigeria, this thing, they were dark ink. So whatever they are going to release now, for me, is useless. I said, let this thing not happen. You said you have secret of this man. Okay, let us know the secret. You refuse to put the secret before the people. Then after the people have shed tears and their tears have filled up bucket, it is then you want to come and release the secret. What secret did you have to release? Whatever you release to them, that is no longer for them. It's not useful. Because when it's for useful, it is when they don't want to cry. Then you have left them to cry. Then what help are you come and tell them, oh, sorry.
Odua, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Mr. Odua is not maybe he lost his page. Yeah. We'll come back. Our Dream Nation. Hello? Our Dream Nation. Are you there?
Maybe they are on mute. They are trying to come in on mute and unmute.
I'm here.
Okay, please say, yeah, you have Mr. Odua. If you are, you will take over when you are back. So, our Dream Nation, you can go ahead.
All right, thank you. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, Mr. Jonathan, and other panelists, Black Panther, and everyone, and the backroom staff who are helping us to make this program possible. I greet every one of you. Happy Palm Sunday to everyone, to Nigerians. Today is a wonderful day. It's a day for us to remember. As we mark today, the Palm Sunday, we think of our country. What is the way forward? What do we have for our country? Because it is not easy, like Niger was said, coming here every day, talking about politics, way forward. So I just want to give a thumbs up to every one of us who are making it possible, finding a way, raising our voices to make sure we'll make our country work. It's just an encouragement to Nigerians for us to understand that for us to get a better country, a better nation, it won't take just one day. It's a continuous journey that we're going to take. It's a movement. We will keep saying it, preaching this gospel. It will get one day, the spell on millions of Nigeria will go away. But if we keep quiet and ignore, think what you are saying is not going far, it's going far. So I want to encourage Nigerians, every platform you have, wherever you are, if it is your voice, you are in a marketplace, continue to carry on this gospel for us to preach for a better Nigeria. It is possible. The criminals, they have taken over the state. Every institution is taken over by few individuals, strong politicians, for their own selfish gains. not for the interests of Nigerians, but for their own personal gains. They are there sitting down at the end of the affairs of the country. They are there acquiring a lot of oil waste for themselves. They are there making sure they use now that they are in power to get everything they cannot get when they were outside the power. They are doing all those things to ensure they make themselves and their family rich, while millions of Nigerians are dying. They can't access any medical facilities because they don't even have money to afford their medical care. Because Nigerians do not even have money. I saw someone crying out on internet that where he's living, he could not even get water to bath for 24 hours. This is a country where we find ourselves in this situation. Now you wonder some people who are drinking water from the stream because they don't have water to even drink. There is no borehole in their places, but we have people who are spending billions of nairas building houses that they don't even live inside because they see it that it's a corrupt money, it's a free money they just take, while millions of Nigerians who need those resources are dying. This is time for us to wake up. Like I always said, the only way for us talking online might not really solve the problem. I know we are preaching the gospel, but we must step out, Nigerians. If there is any protest that will be going on in our country today, it should be a protest that will stand in front of the National Assembly and we will bring them back. If they are on recess, we will go to their houses, wherever they are, and drag them that we need electoral reform. If it is possible, we should even do away with this old constitution and get the people constitution that will be a constitution that will speak the minds of Nigerians. Those are things we want. A collective one that at least majority of the country will accept that constitution. Let's begin to think a way forward, because as it is today in our nation, it is not working. Nothing is working. People are suffering. I want anybody to prove me wrong and tell me what is working in Nigeria and tell me what is the work of government. The only thing I see our government doing is that they control police, they control military to give them order to attack protesters. Outside there, I have not seen any government. Is it in my own community that I will see the presence of government? Where Nigerians, I want you people to come out and tell me if there is anything that government is doing in your area. If you have water, if you have electricity, if you can access any hospital, tell me, Nigerians. I want to know what are the works of a government. What is the basic thing for the government to do? They are not doing it. Nigerians provide security for themselves. You pay for your security. Every estate provides their own security. That is how it's working. Every estate contribute money to buy transformer to provide electricity for them. And yet the electricity distribution company will come and charge you for your transformer that you buy. Nigerians will contribute money to tie their road in their estate. They do this thing themselves. Nigeria will contribute money to drill borehole for themselves. They struggle on those people who do not have money to drill those boreholes. They resort into looking for water that is not treated. They drink it. And there are sickness, diseases everywhere in the country. People are dying. They don't even have money today to access the hospital because the government hospital is not even working. The private hospital is expensive. There is a problem in the country. We need to realize, if you are thinking that these people have any plan for the common man on the street, no, they don't care about you. It's about themselves and their families. It's about their children. If they care about you, they will make your education work. They will not be sending their own children abroad to study. If they care about you, they won't be going outside for medical care. They will make your own better. You will see your president with you accessing the same hospital. If they care about you, they will do something, create job opportunity. You will be working. The difference between the middle class or the first class citizen, the difference will not be that too wide. As it is we've seen in the Western world, you can decide on where you want to live, not because you have money, because you want to save money. But today, you know, for you to live in Lekki, it must be too rich to have too much money for you to live in Lekki. But in the Western world, you would decide whether you want to save your money because there is a standard minimum wage for people to live that you can pay your rent, no matter how difficult it is in that country. It will reach you to get affordable house you will live. It will reach you to feed yourself and your family. It will reach you. You will decide on things you want to choose, the way you want to live. But we don't have these things in our country. I pity people who are vulnerable. Our older ones don't have any people to take care of them. Even retired people who retire from civil servant, they can't even get their pension for them. People who have served the country in all their lives. Something is wrong in our country. People who are physically challenged, people who are vulnerable, learning disabilities, these people do not have any support from government except private people, individuals who are supporting them. What kind of a government that is working like this when you don't make priority for some certain people that do not have it, that are vulnerable, that do not even have it from anywhere? What is going on in our country? Nigerians, arise. Let's take back our country from these criminals because they don't care about you. I know you've been intimidated. I know you are scared. They have created that fear in you. They don't want you to talk. But as you are not talking, you are dying. Even if you talk, they say you will die. Why not take that risk and talk? Why not take that risk and step out? Let's block the National Assembly because anything that will pass 2025, in 2026, it will not be possible for us to get electoral reform. Nigerians, this is the right time for us. We are in the month of April. If we don't block the National Assembly this period, this year, for them to do it for us, get a proper electoral reform where the power will go back to the citizens, not for few individuals. Electoral reform where somebody don't have to go to Abuja to see Wike or the presidency before they can win election. We need our electoral system to work where the power will go back to the people. Nigeria, arise and let's take our country back. God bless us. God bless our great country. We will get it. Together we can do it. Together, I strongly believe that we can do and take our country back from this criminal. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, my wonderful Nigerians.
Thank you, Mr. Alavo. Thanks very much. Yeah, I think we've all given our submission. So let's just do the final 2 minutes and then we round up. Mr. Black Panther, maybe you want to let me just say this, and then Mr. Black Panther will over. You know, just to say something on Mr. Alabo's submission. You said something that is very profound, but you highlighted it in a very subtle way. But it's very, very profound. You know that in Nigeria we don't see the semblance of government. There is nothing that can tell us Nigeria that we even have a government. The only time you will see the semblance of government is when they dish out orders, oppressive orders, to oppress and suppress protests. That's when you will know that we have a police. The only time you will know that we have an army, not to defend Nigeria from external aggression, but only when they use it to oppress. That's when you will know that we have a government. You don't know that we have a government only when they dish out tariffs, left, right, and center, electricity tariffs, telecom tariffs. That's when you know that we're the light. The way you know that there is a government is when there is that constant electricity. Things are working. There is water, public water. That is, then you know that, oh, there is a system from the local level, not even to talk of the national level, from the local, then you will see the semblance of government. You don't see it.
The only time we talk about them is they dish out tariffs from nowhere that cannot be juxtaposed, that doesn't add up. As per the money that people are making, you don't see the semblance of government from the educational system. You don't see the semblance of government from the National Assembly. The only time you see them is when they are suspending a sitting senator. You don't see any impactful law that is impacting the educational system, the healthcare sector in a positive way, that will see it, that Nigerians will feel it, that they know there is a government. No. The only time you see the semblance, the idea that there is a government is always on the negative. Always much more on the negative, 95% on the negative. And even if you are going to see anything about government in Nigeria that is something good, that is even near to good, is propaganda. It will be propaganda. They will talk about it, they will say it, but at the end of the day, nothing will come out of it. Thank you, Mr. Labo. I appreciate it. Mr. Black Panther, please. Mr. Odua is back. Mr. Odua, if you are there, so you can go ahead at least for another 5 minutes, then you can wrap up, and then Mr. Black Panther can take over.
No, 5 minutes. One country close.
No, Mr. Odua was talking. So after Mr. Odua, then Mr. Black Panther will do his 2 minutes, and then Mr. Foke will do his 2 minutes. Mr. Black.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. I didn't even know that my internet take me off. I was not even aware. So I was just, okay, thank you, because I don't even know the area it dropped me. Well, anyway, let me use some of what I said last. I said I did not believe, because I did not know the time it kicked me off. I said I did not believe that Tinubu going to France, it is because of this their case, because it is America they are making their case. Where is France? So for that, it is doing its own business, just selling our oil, collecting money, because that is the reason they went and buy their yacht, what they call yacht, the ship they went and buy. This opportunity for him to be swapping the oil, collecting money. That is why I call him president of fish, president of river, because where you are, that is where you are governing, that is where you want to do something for. So that is the purpose of him. President of France went to Egypt, while Nigeria president went to France to go and see who and on what purpose. Nobody heard the reason of your purpose of traveling there. You didn't know, okay, whether it is health challenge or whatever. At least people will be aware, but nothing. It was just secret travel, and so for that, we have no conclusion of that. For coalition is very good. I will say that if Showore and others come together with Peter Obi and all, just like the way they have a APC that they have today, it is good. To me, even if all the APC, all the PDP want to coalesce, what matters to me is who they want to bring up. If they are bringing up Peter Obi in whatever the coalition they have, I will be glad to have that. Because what we are facing to, but by who stand on the authority? Because the moment you get there, you now have the mind to do whatever the paper require. Because when you enter there, the constitution is no longer saying the coalition require. It's not saying what the Nigeria require. So, and what you feel will be good for Nigeria. So what? Okay. Because we need the good and the bad to come together so that they can achieve their goal. And so thank you, Mr. Angel. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. So Mr. Black Panther, please round up.
Okay, I want to thank everybody again. And I want to say here that the Republic has ended. You see, I took this word that Baba Ahmed spoke about and I meditated on it. And to God be the glory, I stormed on some people and I got information. And it was relatively to what Baba Ahmed spoke about. And the conclusion was exactly, but this one was in a broader perspective. the republic has ended. We are just waiting for the time. That is, we are on time now. Can be tomorrow, can be today, it can be next month. But Nigeria should be, they should be ready to face anything that comes their way now. Because all fingers should be crossed. And when we say republic has ended, people will start want to fight for it. Let's just pray that the right group come in and salvage the republic itself and form another force that will take us in. Now, I have spoken here before concerning electricity, renewable energy. I want to say here, if I don't say it, my conscience will fight me. I want to say, may God bless the Oba of Benin. May he reign forevermore. May his reign bring about positivity to the Edolite. And may his reign affect the country as a whole. As I was on the internet and I saw, because our Oba is outside the country now doing some positive thing, and I got in contact with some of the things that he's doing. And most of the things that he's doing is negotiating for renewable energy, is negotiating for business for our state. I was shocked. Our Oba was sitting with business moguls. He was sitting with energy people that are involved in energy stuff, and he was speaking. The chiefs were with him. He was speaking eloquently there. He was telling them, the estate developers, he was speaking to them too. So these are the kind of 10 seconds. These are the kind of things our monarch should go out there to do. And I want to say, may the reign of our Oba bring Oba of Benin Kingdom. May it bring positivity. May it bring prosperity to our land. Long may the Oba reign. Oba Tope, he said.
Okay. Is that all, Mr. Jonathan?
No, na my turn. Mr. Najawoch.
Okay, Mr. Alabo, go ahead. 2 minutes, sir, please.
Okay. Why I didn't even want to talk about Tinubu drug or any cases from US. I think those ones they are hypocrite. I don't just want to talk about them because maybe Tinubu has has refused to maybe sign one thing with them. Maybe he's playing with the French president to do some dirty business in Nigeria. He's not doing well with the US, and they will come and threaten that one. So they will come and do. So it's
No, Alabo, the French president is out of the country there. He is not meeting with the French president.
It is not about whether it's out of the country. They have their businesses running. This international, we should not be depending on them. Mr. Najawoch, now 2 minutes to give me.
And a big other person they target you. I'm serious about your 2 minutes, sir. Please utilize it.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think say they caught me. I beg. Black Panther beg, allow me. I take God name beg you, I beg. Leave these people. They are just for their interests, not for the interests. My own concern is our own country. It's when the business favor them, they want to do. If Tinubu sign anything with them today, they will still close them down. So Mook will forget about that one. My concern is Nigerians. We don't have water to drink. Nigeria do not have hospital. There is no good road. You will travel. Someone who lives in UK can leave Newcastle and travel to, say, Scotland. In a few minutes, you will get there on the road. But somebody who is leaving Benin to Port Harcourt will spend about 12 hours. So it's quite unfortunate that we are suffering like this in our own country when we have the resources. Nigerians, I want us to understand, we are richer than United Kingdom. We are richer than a lot of European countries. We are rich, but these people do not have much resources we have, yet their citizens are managing. They are living well. What is the problem? Because of corruption in our country. So let us stand up and hold these our leaders accountable,
All right.
so that they can fix our country for us. God bless
Thank you,
us.
Mr. Alabo. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We've come to the end of the broadcast, my people. Appreciate you all. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for looking after the platform. I appreciate you. My brother Black Panther, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Robert, Mr. Labo, Mr. Oduwa. Thank you, my wonderful people. God bless you all. And those of you that supported the channel today, I appreciate every one of you once again. Thank you so much for the support. Gawan, Lele, Peter, Efe, Ijedema, and Julius. Now, God bless you now. And my people, write down the comment section. Start with Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you for all that you do. Thank you, Abu Azi. Appreciate you, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you. I appreciate you, all my people. Peggy Modi. Thank you. I have more people right there. Bet Mark, thank you. Madam Ame Bright. I can see the beauty today. Thank you so much, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Please endeavor to join us again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, and let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Guys, help us to press on the like before you leave, and help us to share. My people, have a good night. Take care, and bye for now.